We appreciate you being patient for the start of the broadcast tonight. Just waiting the finish of the junior varsity boys game, and then we'll be live with the pregame show. Henley Hornets and the Mazama Vikings coming up on mybasin.com. Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of Henley Hornets basketball on mybasin.com. We're coming to you live tonight from the campus of Mazama High School at Valhalla Court for this evening's matchup between the 8-7 Henley Hornets and the 8-6 Mazama Vikings. Good evening, everybody. My name is Josh Eldridge. I'm joined by Dick North and Nick Bradford running the live stream tonight. Henley Hornets taking on Mazama on the road, but just a short drive across here in Klamath Falls. Dick, it's good to see you again. You weren't with us last week. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. Yeah, I wimped out last week. I was just thinking about that. It seems like it's been forever since I helped you do a game, but I guess it has been. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, last week you missed a really good game at North Valley. It's a 65-63 loss for Henley. Came down to the final couple of seconds. Some made free throws for North Valley sealed the game, but I'll tell you what, they played really good considering the circumstances. A long road trip. Annie Campos scored 20 points. It's a good night for the sophomore, and I'm hoping for more of the same from her because she's been almost like a point forward this season for Henley with how ball dominant she is while also sitting in the post quite a bit.
She plays some heads-up ball. She takes advantage of mistakes. She crashes the boards. She does really well. And, yeah, I'm looking to have a good game from her tonight, too. I'm sure the coaches will be, too.
The Mazama Vikings are 8-6 on the season, 1-0 in league play. Coach Joy Lease really knows how to coach this basketball team up. They were state champions in 2013, obviously far removed from that now, but in a conference which doesn't have a clear number one team. Obviously, Hidden Valley has been proved to be beatable by our very own Hornets. Mazama's right there in the running too, so even early in the season, in terms of the Skyline Conference schedule, this is a big game tonight.
It is. It's kind of interesting. There's a big crosstown rivalry. Actually, it's not even that far across town from Henley to Mazama, but there's a huge rivalry, I think, between Mazama and Henley. Hopefully Hornets come away with a win tonight. I'd love to see them just dominate this game.
People like to come out and watch rivalry games, clearly. I mean, I know on the video stream you can't necessarily see who's in front of us, but it seems like everyone and their mother's here. And then they've got the bleachers rolled out behind us, too, on the mezzanine here at Valhalla Court. So it's going to be a pretty packed house tonight. Should be a lot of fun.
I was sitting down below watching the JV game. One of my kids came tonight, and I was hanging out with him, and it's packed. I had a tough time getting out of the bleachers to get up here, so I left with about a quarter left in the JV game. So, yeah, if you've got nothing else to do, even if you do have something else to do.
Yeah, cancel your plans. Get here.
You got plenty of time. Girls' games can take an hour and a half or so, maybe not quite that long. But boys' games should be, hotly contested. Right now they've got KU ranked number 1 in the conference. Henley's number 2. I didn't look to see where Mazama is. I'm sure they're third, I'm guessing.
Well, if you're talking about the boys specifically, Mazama is going to be in third place. So the 3 Basin teams at the top and then the 3 Valley teams at the bottom.
Okay.
We'll take a look at the girls' conference standings coming up in just a bit. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a look at those conference standings and dive in a little bit more into the South Side Series tonight between the Mazama Vikings and the Henley Hornets. You've got it on mybasin.com.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Klamath Falls Honda and Klamath Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Sports was kind of what defined
me as a person. I love to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
And welcome you back to the MyBasin.com game of the week. As we are a little bit delayed tonight, the junior varsity girls game ran into overtime, a game in which Henley won. Pushed back to the start of the JV boys game, which Henley lost. Mazama beat them in the JV boys contest. We are still about 5 minutes away from the start of this girls basketball matchup tonight for varsity between the Henley Lady Hornets and the Mazama Vikings. Both teams have an early win in conference play. We take a quick look now at the Skyline Conference standings. Klamath Union is at the top of the conference with an 8-6 record overall, 2-0 in league play, followed up by Mazama, who is 1-0. North Valley and Henley are each 1-1. As we know, those two teams played last week. North Valley coming out in a thriller and beating Henley in the final handful of seconds of that game. So they are in third place. Henley is in fourth place. You've got Hidden Valley and Phoenix at the bottom of the Skyline Conference with 0-1 for the Mustangs and 0-2 for Phoenix. Take a look at some of the other games happening this evening. Klamath Union, the Pelicans, traveling to Hidden Valley tonight to take on the Mustangs. In terms of girls basketball, that has a lot of weight in the Skyline Conference. Klamath Union in first place, Hidden Valley the defending champion. So it'll be interesting to see what happens over there in Murphy. And then the other game happening tonight as the North Valley Knights visit the Phoenix Pirates. So a couple of these other games that we're keeping track of this evening, but of course we are worried about the South Side Series tonight, Dick. You know, when a rivalry has a matchup, it's a good, a rivalry has a name, it's a good one. I mean, even Oregon and Oregon State don't have a name anymore. So this is a big deal here in Klamath Falls.
It is, and it's always been a rivalry between Henley and Mazama. KU comes in there too, but, I think, having had 6 kids go to Henley, I know they were always happier to beat Mazama than they did at KU. So, I look to see a pretty intensely fought game tonight. I think it's going to be good. You mentioned Campos scored pretty well. In the previous game against Hidden Valley, Maddox had 24 points, I think. So, she could step up and play a big part in tonight's game also.
Maddox, a player who averages about 10 points per game, and that's what she scored against North Valley. So looking for big things from her. And also you mentioned Campos. There's a bunch of other girls on Henley who look to step up tonight as well. I mean, you look at players like Holly Parker, who's capable of having a really good game. Madeline Sharp as well. She tends to get into foul trouble, the senior, so hoping that she can stay out of foul trouble and play most of the ball game tonight. And that's going to be a key, as it always is, staying out of foul trouble in these big rivalry games. You want to play physical, but you can't play overly physical tonight.
I know. I'm looking down at the refs, and sometimes the refs make some impact in the game. I think the refs we've got tonight, I can't remember their names, but part of the reason I don't remember them is because they do a good job.
Right, and if you're official and we don't know your name, you're probably doing a pretty dang good job. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it is time for starting lineups and tip from Valhalla Court in Klamath Falls. It's the Hornets and the Vikings next.
Tree Services have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew is ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterward. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Appreciate you being with us tonight on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Tonight, the Henley Hornets getting ready to take on the Mazama Vikings. We got the girls tonight first, and then the boys following up right after. My name is Josh Eldridge. I'm joined tonight by Dick North and Nick Bradford running the live stream this evening. It is time now to meet the starting lineups from the Henley Hornets. Starting at guard, a senior number 10, Ryan Maddox. Also a junior number 11, Holly Parker. Number 15, a sophomore, Annie Campos. Number 20, a senior, Madeline Sharp. And number 24, a sophomore, Jewel Northcutt. The Lady Hornets are coached by Randy Denson in his second season. And now it's time to meet the starting lineups for the Mazama Vikings. Got the whole cheer squad out there, Dick. It kind of looks pretty neat out there with all the pom-poms waving around. Are you not a fan? Kennedy Lease in the starting lineup for Mazama tonight, the 5'4" senior, along with number 10, Sandra Hill, a senior, 5'8". We've also got Annika Lindo, a junior, 5'10". Number 15, a senior, 5'6", Gracie Hamilton. And finally, number 24, a junior, 5'11", Chelsea Gilmore. The Lady Vikings are coached by Joy Lease. Mazama tonight in their home white uniforms with the blue stripe down the side and the blue numbering and lettering. Henley tonight in navy blue uniforms with a yellow stripe and yellow numbering and lettering across the front and the back. They are ready for basketball this evening from Valhalla Court. To tip is Gilmore and Northcutt. And it looks like Campos was able to grab it to start things off. Maddox, that was Parker down low, kicks it back outside to Campos, who immediately fires three. Hits front of the rim, no good. Rebound was snagged by Sharp, but stolen away by Gilmore, and the Vikings got it. Pass goes into the front court to Hill. It goes out of bounds. And it'll be a turnover for Mazama as Annie Campos brings it up the floor. Campos, a sophomore. She's been on varsity. This is her second year on varsity. As a freshman as well, she played with the squad and got 20 points last time out against North Valley as Maddox tried to get it inside to Campos, but it was stolen away by Mazama. And now Lease brings it up the floor, the senior 5'4", dishing it over to Hill, now near side. And now over to Hamilton. Back to Lease, and now with it is Hamilton. Gets it over to Lindo. Trying to get it inside to Lindo. She puts it on the deck, goes up with the shot, can't quite get it, and Sharp with the rebound. You'll see Madeline Sharp hovering around the boards all night tonight. Last week, she fouled out of the game against North Valley, so hoping that she stays out of foul trouble here. She fouled out with about 4 minutes left to go in that game. Allowed North Valley to inch their way back into that contest as Annie Campos takes about a 19-footer and drains it for the first points of the evening. Good start from the sophomore. 6.5 to go in the first, and Mazama brings it up the floor. Hill kicking it over to Lease. Kennedy Lease, a 3-year starter on varsity, now a senior, 5'4". Also the daughter of Coach Joy Lease and athletic director and football coach Vic Lease. Maddox takes it up the floor, dribbles into a 3-point shot, it's good. Open for big things from Maddox tonight. Only 10 points last week in the loss to North Valley, but 24 in the victory against the Mustangs the week prior. Mazama racing up into the front court. The shot goes up. It's no good from Hill. Rebound grabbed by the Hornets. They're up 5-0 with just under 6 to go now in the first. Campos on the left elbow. Bounces outside to Parker, who fired 3. No good. Northcutt tried to grab the rebound, but it goes out of bounds. Possession remains with the Hornets. Oh, pardon me, it'll be Vikings ball. Inbound pass goes to Gilmore. Kicks it ahead to Lease, and Henley kind of forcing the issue on the defensive side. They're guarding their players man-to-man all the way up and down the floor. Had Coach Stork on the broadcast with me last week. Dick, he joined me in the third quarter, and he says that Henley likes to press the whole game, keep the defensive pressure up, and they've been doing that here in the first couple of minutes in this ball game.
You know, that's kind of a signature for Henley. They like to be in your face. They like to try to cause turnovers, and they're doing a good job of that so far tonight. Boys teams are the same, so must be just a general consensus that that's how they want to play ball at Henley.
It's the philosophy. It goes all the way down to the math classes I hear at Henley. A foul down low. It will send Parker to the free throw line, I believe. No, it's going to be Northcutt. She gets her first free throws of the evening. Northcutt, a sophomore. You'll notice when she throws up the free throws, a lot of arc to it, but that one is good. They're up 6-0 are the Hornets with 5:10 to go in the first. Second free throw bounces back iron, no good. Mazama with the board, and Lease brings it up the floor. Kicking over to Sandra Hill. Back over to Gilmore. Pass broken up inside by Sharp. Good defensive play. Now Maddox racing up the floor. 1-on-2 fast break. High off the glass. No good. Gilmore with the rebound. Chelsea Gilmore, 5'11", towers over most other players on the floor, aside from Annika Lindo, who's 5'10" for Mazama. She's going to be hovering around the glass all night. Kennedy Lease, step back 3 to try to answer back. A lot of bouncing around the rim, but it does not fall. Campos with the board. She goes left with it, tries to kick it to Maddox in the far corner. Launches 3, no good. And the board is going to be grabbed by Annika Lindo, and the other tall player on the floor for the Vikes. Hill with it, kicks it to Gilmore, top of the key. Zipping it across to Lease, corner 3, good. She makes that one in off the rim and answers back, splits the Henley lead in half. It's now 6-3 with 4 to go in the first. Campos bringing it up over to Maddox. And Maddox tweaked her knee a little bit in that Hidden Valley game. That's why you'll notice she has that knee brace on. As Sharp tried to go with the fadeaway jump shot, it looked like Lindo might have gotten a finger on it. Swatted that one away. Pass down to the front court from Mazama for Hill. Mid-range shot. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound was snagged by Lindo. She goes back up and gets hacked. She'll go to the line. Annika Lindo, a junior, 5'10". First free throw from Lindau is good. Rattles home. Henley lead now 2. Subbing into the game for the Mazama Lady Vikings is a junior standing 5'2", Addison McGurr. Second free throw from Lindau is good. Henley lead now 1. 6-5 with 3.5 to go in the first. It's Northcutt with it. Now Maddox kicks it across to Campos, tries to drive right side, gets it inside to Northcutt, who goes up and gets fouled. She will head to the line. Anna Harper, by the way, the freshman for Henley, has checked into the game as well. We're also going to see some Gracie Poe this evening as the junior approaches the scorers table. First free throw is good. Northcutt now 2 for 3 from the line tonight. Second free throw, no good. Gilmore with the rebound as Lease brings it up the floor. And Dick, already as Northcutt shoots some free throws there, you kind of start to notice that this is the first visiting student section that Henley has had to go up against tonight, because you went to Hidden Valley for that tournament, but there's no real home team in that game. You've hosted your other Skyline Conference games. When they did travel to other schools, it was during the holidays, but now here we are, almost done with January. Students are here, parents are here, everyone's here. It's one of the first real tests on the road for Henley this season.
Yeah, when we stood up to look, for the Star Samuel banner, I looked down below us in the parent section, and there's not too many police left to sit. Look behind us in the bleachers is the same way, so good turnout tonight.
McGurr thinks about three on the other side, score 8-7 with 2:47 to go in the first. Slindo kicks it outside to Gilmore. Back to Lease, top of the key. Zips it to McGurr, now near side. McGurr tries to drive inside, kicks it out to Lease. Corner jump shot, no good. Rebound is snagged by Anna Harper. Campos now kicks it over to Poe, right in front of the Sherm's Thunderbird logo. Or that's the Chicken Shack.
Yeah.
I was thinking that was the Thunderbird logo. That is the Chicken Shack logo. They've got all the logos down here at Valhalla Court and around the gym. If you look around the gym here, by the way, you'll notice what seems like 100 banners. Some of them for football. Of course, the Mazama Vikings have won the football conference for 8 years in a row. You've also got hanging up in the rafters the 2013 4A state champions for girls basketball. Joy Lease was the coach of that team and still the coach here at Mazama. You've got some state championships for softball. Mazama's really had a storied history in the 39 years it's been open. It's a foul on the other side. Send Mazama's McGurr to the line.
Mazama has an interesting history. For a while, it was just a freshman school. And then KU was after that for a few years. KU was freshman, sophomore. I'm sorry, KU was junior, senior, and the freshman and sophomore went to Mazama, and then they became a four-year school.
It's very fascinating the way that those schools did that.
For you.
Yeah, that is quite interesting. First free throw was good for McGurr, so the Vikings lead by 2, trying to make it a 3-point game. And it is good. So 10-7, Mazama has come marching back after being down 6-0. They now lead 10-7, and Coach Randy Denson calls time. We'll take 1-2. The score is 10-7. Mazama leads with 2:07 to go in the first on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
On Top Tree Service have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
Welcome back to MyBasin.com. The game of the week between the Henley Hornets and the Mazama Vikings. Right now, the Vikings lead 10-7. Just about 2 minutes to go in the first. Mazama's had some luck on the boards. They've come storming back into this game on a little 10-1 run right now in the first quarter. Players back out onto the floor. The 5 for Henley is going to be Parker, Harper, Maddox, Campos, and Sharp for the Hornets. 2:07 to go in the first, to be exact, as Campos takes the inbound. Takes a screen, free throw line jumper. Campos can't quite knock that one down. And now it's going to be Lease in transition. Kicks it over to McGurr. She can't get the wide open layup. Rebound snagged by Harper. Harper trying to go up on the other side. She gets the bucket. Nice play there by the freshman Harper, taking it hard to the hoop. Mazama now in transition as Hamilton down on the left side. Kicks it out to Hill. 19-foot shot, no good. Gilmore trying to get the board, but it's taken away by Madeline Sharp. Campos, an amazing pass down low for Harper. She had a great shot, couldn't get it to fall. Campos got the rebound, put it back up. Rebound out of bounds. And the possession will go to the Mazama Vikings as they have Annika Lindo check back in for Chelsea Gilmore.
You know, Harper's a freshman, correct? She's going to be a force to be reckoned with down the road. She plays really, really heads-up ball for somebody as young as she is. So, you know, I look to her for years down the road to be doing really, really well.
Pass into the front court for Gracie Hamilton, who seemed to have all the room in the world, running down the lane on the inbound pass, gets the bucket. Score now 12-9. Mazama back up by 3. Maddox now in the near corner, tries to get it across to Parker. She does. Now Parker back to Maddox, top of the key for 3, no good. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Byington. Kicks it out to Lease. Now it's Byington. She has a shot blocked by Campos. Annie Campos, while she can score, also plays some incredible defense. Maddox with the shot and the foul on the other side, a chance to tie the game.
I have no idea how she got that one.
That was an awkward shot, falling away from the bucket, going towards out of bounds.
Yeah, she was actually behind the backboard, I think, when she put that up.
That's a great shot, a chance to make it a 3-point play for Maddox. Free throw is no good. Mazama with the rebound. As looked like Hill kicked it out of bounds. And apologies when I mentioned Addie Byington a little bit earlier. I mistook her for Sandra Hill, so Hill's still on the floor, Byington on the bench. Maddox gets a wide open look at 3, no good. And it looked like Lease got the rebound. Mazama now racing into the front court. It is Hill with it. She goes up against Maddox. And a blocking foul will send Hill to the line for 2. Charge the foul to Maddox. As Hill goes to the line, 5'8" senior. I got the chance to talk with Joy Lease, the head coach of the Mazama Vikings, on my talk show a little bit earlier today on Basin Sports Talk, and she said that Sandra Hill, who's at the line right now, along with a handful of other players like Annika Lindo, have really stepped up in the absence of some of Mazama's other players. They're missing 3 point guards this evening, and some of these players really stepping up, distributing the ball in their absence, and Sandra Hill definitely one of those. The second free throw is good. Makes it a 2-point ball game, 13-11, 20 seconds now to go in the first. Parker kicks it over to Maddox, now to Campos. 12 seconds now to go in the first. Campos brings it across the free throw line, dishes it over to Maddox, who's trying to drive the inside, tries to go with the float shot, no good. Northcutt battling for the rebound, and a foul is called. And I believe this is going against Northcutt. She tried to shove some girls around down low to grab a rebound. So Mazama will get a chance with 2.6 left on the clock in the quarter. As Sharp checks back in for Northcutt, who just picked up her second foul. Hill to inbound. Gets it ahead to McGurr. Heaves a half-court shot. No good. We did see one of those go a little bit earlier in the JV game, but not to be, as the score after one is 13-11. Mazama leads. We'll be back with the second next on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
And we welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week as the Henley Hornets trail the Mazama Vikings, getting ready to start the second quarter. 13-11 the score. Not the only basketball happening in the Basin tonight. Of course, it is Hawaiian night up at Danny Miles Court as the Oregon Tech Lady Owls taking on the Evergreen State University tonight. Up 49-43 with just 4.5 to go in the third. We'll keep you updated on that game tonight. Of course, the men play right after, so we'll have all these scores for you this evening as Mazama starts things off with a missed three-pointer, but they do grab the rebound. Lease thinks about three, kicks it over to McGurr for three, and that one finds the bottom of the net. 16-11 now after that three from McGurr. And Campos now brings it up the floor. No-look pass over to Maddox. She gets the ball back, thinks about a three. Now on the left side, tries to get over to Campos, and Lease takes it away. McGurr thinking about another look at three, tries to drive the baseline, lofts it in there to Gilmore, tries to put up the shot, can't quite get it to fall. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by Lindo, and it will be Henley ball. And apologies, that was Hamilton, not Lindo. Campos now trying to direct traffic top of the key, takes it going right, kicks it over to Harper, who knocks it down. Brings it back to a three-point game, 16-13, under 7 to go now in the first half. McGurr now double-teamed in the near corner. Now to Lease, back to McGurr. Now she's wide open for three. Can't quite get it to fall. Gilmore goes for the board and is beaten by Campos, so she races up the floor. Stops, thinks about a three, drives inside, kicks it to Harper again, and that time Harper can't convert. She gets her own rebound. Campos gets the third rebound, misses again. The fourth shot gets the bucket and the foul. So hard work pays off for the sophomore Annie Campos as she gets the bucket and heads to the free throw line to try to tie the game.
You know, that shows you what positioning does, because Henley, I think, had 4 rebounds within 3 feet of the bucket on that, and they had position in the key and paid off for him.
By the way, that first shot that Campos created for Harper was a great pass also by Campos, so she did everything on that possession.
Yeah, she did. We don't keep track of assists, but she should have had one there.
Campos' free throw is not good, and Gilmore gets the rebound. It's Lease walking it up the floor. Kicks it now near side to McGurr. She's been left open quite a bit. That time Henley defending it well. Eventually Gilmore gets it in the post, tries to throw up a shot, can't quite do it. A nice save by Hill. Bounces it off of Campos' leg, trying to save it from going out of bounds, and it will be last touched by the Hornets. And Mazama will get the chance to inbound underneath their own basket. Inbound goes to Hamilton, bounces it back inside to Lease, who is stepping out of bounds still. And that'll be a turnover for the Vikings, and Henley a chance to take the lead. They trail 16-15 with 6 minutes to go in the second. Campos to Martino, who's checked into the game. Martino kicks it back over to Parker. Parker goes up with the shot and gets fouled, so she'll be sent to the line. Charge the foul to Addison McGurr, the 5'2" junior. That is only her first and the 15th foul for the Vikes. And that'll send Parker to the line. Misses off the front of the rim on the first free throw. The second one on the way. As you see now, Campos playing basically underneath Mazama's bucket on that free throw, because Mazama's been getting out in transition and getting some nice looks at the bucket. So Campos basically started that possession underneath Mazama's bucket, and it creates a turnover as finally Martino's able to grab it. And now Parker in the far corner dishes it to Campos, thinks about a three, trying to drive down the lane, high off the glass, no good. Sharp with the rebound, tries to put it back up, but Gilmore with the board. The foul is called away from the ball, and it's going to be a Henley foul. Charge it to Parker. That'll be her first and the 15th foul for Henley. Once again, inside to Gilmore. Nice little 6-foot jump shot is good. Extends the lead back out to 3 for Gilmore. And the Mazama Vikings 18-15 as Campos, a nice pass to Parker, getting it inside to Sharp, loses the handle, fights for it, and a held ball underneath. And they're actually going to call a foul against Hill. So Maddox checks back into the game, and Sharp checks out along with Parker. Campos going to the line for 2 after the inbound pass. She gets fouled on the shot that she tries to take right away. Charge the foul to Gracie Hamilton, and that'll be her first as well. Campos' first free throw, lucky bounce off the back of the rim, but brings him within 2.
She's got an interesting looking shot.
And she does, but if it works for her, there's no reason to change.
No.
Second free throw also has a funny bounce, but finds the bottom of the net. 18-17, Mazama leads now. Hamilton's thought about a 3 on that left side, but has it stolen away by Northcutt. 1-on-3 fast break. Northcutt finds a lane to the rim and gets the bucket. Henley takes the lead, 19-18. And 4.5 to go in the second. Lease at the free throw line, dishes it inside to Gilmore. Fadeaway jump shot and banks that one in. Mazama takes the lead right back, 20-19, 4:23 to go in the half. Campos dribbled it off her foot, almost worked as a pass to Maddox, but just goes out of bounds. And Mazama gets the ball back as the Vikings' Addie Byington does check into the game here. The freshman, 5'9". Lease over to McGurr. McGurr trying to get it inside to Hill. Got it over to Byington, now to Gilmore, who's kind of living on that right side in the post. That's back-to-back buckets for 22-19. Mazama leads. Campos with a little flashy dribble there, trying to get it inside to Sharp, and does. And that is a great feed from Campos that leads to a bucket, 22-21. Over to McGurr, now near corner. And now to Lease. Lease finds Hill in the far corner. She pulls up from 3, no good, and Campos is going to get the rebound. Timeout is called by Coach Randy Denson. We'll take 1, 2. Mazama leads 22-21 with 3:22 left to go in the second quarter. You've got the MyBasin.com game of the week with the Hornets and the Mazama Vikings.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
And we are right back into the action at Valhalla Court as Mazama with the basketball. Lease comes quickly with the three-pointer, misses the shot. The score 22-21 with 3 minutes left to go in the second as Northcutt goes up with a shot on the other end. Sharp gets the rebound and gets the bucket as well. So Henley takes the lead right back, 23-22. Lease getting it over to Hill, now inside to McGurr, high off the glass, shot no good. McGurr gets her own rebound, tries to find Lease top of the key, but Northcutt intercepts the pass and kicks it to Campos. Campos takes the screen, kicks it to Maddox, now Campos near corner. Campos, mid-range jump shot, front of the rim, no good. She gets her own rebound, goes up with the shot, rolls no good. Campos, another rebound, battles for it, and gets fouled. Campos just does not quit on those rebound opportunities. She'll push you out of the way. She'll run into the ball, but she gets those boards one way or another.
She does. Yeah, you mentioned that she got fouled, but ref didn't see it your way, or didn't see it.
No,
coach.
that's what was no foul, huh?
No, it was no foul. That was called a jump ball. Coach Denson saw it the same way you and I saw it too. So
well,
evidently we have a slanted viewpoint from up here.
Campos takes the inbound pass, immediately gets the three. You'll take that one instead of 2 free throws. I'll tell you that much. 26-22 with 2:12 to go in the second quarter. Campos knocking one down from long range. McGurr now on the left elbow is hounded by a couple of Hornets, kicks it out to Hill, who thinks about a mid-range jump shot, puts it on the deck, tries to go up against Campos, and a foul is called, and Denson is pleading his case. He seems to think that was a very similar call to the one that Campos had down low.
Well, for what it's worth, I do too.
For what it's worth, I do too. But,
And the crowd did too, at least on the Henley side.
Regardless, Hill is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw is good, brings him back within 3. Two minutes to go in the first half, and we are in the middle of a tight ball game. Thank you for joining us tonight on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week between the Mazama Vikings and the Henley Hornets. Both of these teams vying for position in the Skyline Conference. His second free throw is no good. Campos tries to bounce it inside to Parker. And Campos for 3, banks it in. Dick, she doesn't need to fix the jump shot. That's 2 threes for her. 29-23. The Hornets lead by 6. And by the way, the Henley student section decided to set up camp basically right behind us tonight. So you're going to hear them. That's fun, though. I like the student section kind of near us. It creates an environment. Plus, it's the Henley student section after all.
That's right. Yeah, so they can drown us out if they want.
Looks like Hamilton puts it on the deck, fights through some contact to get the bucket. A nice shot there from the senior. And it's now a 4-point game. 1:19 to go in the first half. Over to Maddox. Maddox thinking about 3. Now over to Campos. Campos on the left side. Goes up with the left hand, gets the foul and the bucket. Campos having herself a second quarter.
That was a sweet shot.
Kind of a scoop shot to the bucket on that one.
I'll have to look. That was left-handed. I don't know if she's left-handed. I'll have to pay attention here on the free throw.
And she gets one here. I don't think she is left-handed. Oh, she's a right-hander. Misses the free throw. Northcutt battling for the rebound. In fact, Campos gets it, goes up with the right, and she gets another bucket, folks. 33-25. Annie Campos is having herself a quarter.
I've run out of room to write down her points.
Lease is, she gets fouled before she travels and will be sent to the line shooting 1-1, as that was the 7th team foul for the Hornets as Martino checks into the game for Maddox. She just picked up her second. Want to keep her out of foul trouble, especially in the final minute of the first half. Free throw is no good. Rebound snagged by Sharp. Sharp ahead to Parker. Parker now back to Campos. Campos trying to bounce it inside to Sharp. Pardon me, that was Northcutt. And the ball going the other way after it goes out of bounds. So 39 seconds to go in the half. And now Lease brings it up the floor. Hamilton shoots 3, misses everything, and Campos bringing it up. She's going to take her time with 22 seconds to go in the quarter. Henley has an opportunity to take the final shot, although with 16 seconds, still plenty of time to just create the shot you want to take. She tries to drive left with it, kicks it inside to Parker, mid-range jump shot. That one rattles to Sharp on the rebound. Campos gets it, free throw line jumper. That one no good. Mazama with the board, and that brings us to the end of the second quarter. Henley up 33-25. We'll be back. We'll break down the first half stats for you and give you a look around the league coming up on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
On Top Tree Service have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And we welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week between the Henley Hornets and the Mazama Vikings. We're at halftime of the girls' contest tonight, a game in which Henley leads 33-25 in large part to a huge quarter from Annie Campos.
She lit it up in the second quarter. She had 4 points in the first quarter, scored 14 more in the second quarter, so she has a total of 18. Scoring the rest of the team, Martino's got 3, Maddox has 2, Sharp has 4, Harper has 2, and Northcutt has 4. For Mazama, Lease has 3, McGurk has 8. She hit some key threes. Hill has 2, Lindau has 2, Hamilton has 4, and Gilmore has 6. Gilmore rattled off 6 quick points, and I thought, okay, she's going to try to break this game open, but Henley shut her down after a really brief spell. So, the Henley defense, I think, has made a huge difference in this game. Right now, Henley's got 5 total turnovers, and Mazama has 9. So I think that's been a big difference in the two teams.
Campos has had a great game. You mentioned 18 points in just the half. It's almost matched her game total from last week against North Valley. But she is finding a way to do everything. She's grabbing almost every rebound, it feels like. She's dishing the ball inside really well with those bounce passes, and she's getting to the line, too. So when, early in that second quarter, in the first quarter, when her shot wasn't falling, she was still able to get to the line to create points. She saw it go in a couple times, and it was off to the races for her.
Yeah, she's a great player. She's a heads-up player. She sees her teammates and feeds them. We don't have – I'm too lazy to keep stats as far as rebounds and assists and things like that, but she's just a factor everywhere she goes. She's playing really heads-up game. Like we mentioned, she should have a bunch of assists. Some of her teammates haven't knocked down some buckets. If they had, Henley would probably have more than an 8-point lead. But still, she's a force to be reckoned with. She crashes the board. She gets rebounds. She's in everybody's face when they shoot. So she is a force to be reckoned with on the floor tonight.
So far, she's definitely one of the main stories in this ball game. Like I was telling you earlier, I got the chance to talk with Coach Lease of the Mazama Vikings earlier today on my show. And she went so far as to say that Annie Campos, for one, is the number one concern when you're facing Henley, and 2, might be one of the best players in the conference in girls basketball.
Well, so far from what I've seen, she is. I haven't been to all the games, obviously, but she is definitely a factor, and she's going to create some turnovers. She's going to create opportunities for her teammates. Again, Henley probably should be up, like we said, farther than they are, farther than 8 points. Some of her teammates couldn't get some buckets to drop, but she crashed the boards, and she's in on just about every single play. Great kid to watch, fun to watch her.
Love to see her. She's got 18 points at halftime tonight. Her team leads 33-25. Going to take a quick break on the halftime show. Come back. When we do, we'll take a look at the Skyline Conference, take a look around the league, and also update you on what's happening at Danny Miles Court. Tonight, of course, Hawaiian night up on Campus Drive. They're taking on the Evergreen State University. We'll have a score update on that coming up in just a bit. Nelson.com Game of the Week.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page, or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
And welcome you back to Valhalla Court this evening, the site of the MyBasin.com Game of the Week between the Henley Hornets and the Mazama Vikings. This evening, Henley leads 33-25. This is a key game in the Skyline Conference. Just taking a quick look now at the conference standings. Klamath Union in first place with a 2-0 league record. Mazama with the 1-0 conference mark. North Valley and Henley each tied at 1-1. Hidden Valley and Phoenix still searching for their first Skyline Conference win. Both of those teams, by the way, have the opportunity to get it done this evening. As the other games happening in the conference, Klamath Union, Lady Pelicans traveling over the hill. They're going to be in Murphy tonight taking on Hidden Valley. And then North Valley on the road against Phoenix. So Phoenix a chance to try to grab their first home win. Klamath Union Hidden Valley also an opportunity to win at home tonight. So as we try to get some scores in here tonight, we'll keep you updated on those two other games happening. Also, up at Oregon Tech tonight, the Lady Owls taking on the Evergreen State University in the Cascade Collegiate Conference matchup. Right now, they're in the third quarter, $1:22 to go, and the Lady Owls lead 55-48. Of course, you can find that game right now on the radio on 104.3 and 960 Sports. We'll, of course, be on air at the start of the boys' contest tonight. And then the Oregon Tech Owls also taking on the Gooey Ducks this evening. The men are going to be on 92.5 KLAD for that matchup. You can hear the coaches show with Justin Parnell, Bobby Thompson, and Mike Garrard starting here in just a couple of minutes, actually. About 7:10 or so is when you can tune on over there and catch up on some Tech basketball.
That's interesting to have a Gooey Duck be their team, whatever it is, mascot.
I had no idea what a Gooey Duck was
Did
before.
you look it up?
Yeah, and their mascot is deeply weird. You know their mascot, the Evergreen State?
No, what is it?
I will pull it up for you here in a minute. Unfortunately, our audience does not know what I'm talking about. If you're watching on a device right now that you can look something up, take a second, look up Evergreen State mascot. Not to disparage anyone, but it's kind of scary looking. We're going to take a quick break here in the halftime show. Quick one when we come back. It is time for third quarter action. The Hornets lead the Vikings 33-25.
Trying to lose weight and get in shape? Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club provides a clean and friendly workout environment with professional and experienced staff to help you achieve your goals. They offer state-of-the-art equipment, indoor tennis and pickleball courts, certified personal trainers, tons of group exercise classes. They're the best exercise facility in the Klamath Basin. Plus, they now have a smoothie bar to give you a nutritious boost after your workout. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
Back into the action, getting ready for the third quarter tonight from Valhalla Court as the Henley Hornets lead the Mazama Vikings 33-25. Right back into the action. The 5 on the floor for Henley. It's Maddox, Northcutt, Campos, Sharp, and Parker. Mazama starts things out with an early bucket. Henley trying to answer, can't quite do it. 5 on the floor for Mazama. It is Lease, Lindo, Hill, Gilmore, and Hamilton. Lease with it now, top of the key, kicks it over to Hamilton for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Sharp will watch that one go out of bounds. So Henley takes possession, 7:14 to go in the third, 33-27 the score. Campos takes the Parker screen, top of the key, kicks it over to Maddox, who has a nice look at 3 and can't quite convert. Gilmore with the rebound, a foul called down low. It looks like it's going to go against Parker, and that is the case. Henley picks up their first team foul with 6:59 to go in the third, and that'll be the second foul for Parker. Hamilton with it now. Kicks it over to Hill, trying to drive baseline on the left side. Spins to her left, goes right with a mid-range shot. Can't quite get it. Lindo with the rebound, and she's able to put it back up and in. 33-29, 6.5 to go in the third. Campos now to Maddox. Maddox just beyond the key. Kicks it over to Parker, who shoots 3. Can't quite get it. Gilmore tries to go for the rebound, and it will stay Hornets ball as she touches it, and it goes out of bounds. Maddox gets the inbound pass. She goes up with the floater, can't quite get it. Northcutt gets the rebound, goes back up with it, and gets fouled on her way back up. Creating the contact there was Northcutt. And that'll be the third foul for Annika Lindo. And it looks like Martino is going to check back into the game. Martino is going to sub out Parker. And a substitution for Mazama as well as McGurr comes in, along with Hamilton, who checks back in. Lindo takes a seat on the bench, and it feels like everyone's got their substitutions sorted out now. The free throw is no good. Rebound was snagged by Sharp. She tries to go back up with it, and Hamilton is going to whack her on her way back up with the basket. So Sharp is going to get the rebound now, shoot free throws now. You see the Mazama student section there, that one?
Yeah,
Dick,
they're saying
that?
She got swatted.
But
yeah,
that was a foul.
Really
she got fouled is what happened.
Yeah. Somebody ought to tell them how this works.
Have you noticed that most of Mazama's kids tonight are wearing blue on the student section? Obviously, it's their team color, but Henley, they're all in black. I'm seeing black bandanas. Are we calling this the black and blue game tonight?
I don't know. Based on the last call, maybe so.
Second free throw is good. Makes it 34-29. Trying to get it inside to Hamilton. Gets it to Hill. Lease shoots 3, tries to bank it in, can't quite get it. Sharp with the board. And now Campos racing up the floor, tries to kick it to Maddox. There's a bounce pass to her in the corner. Maddox triple team, drives the lane, goes strong with the right hand, can't get it. Gilmore with the rebound. She has to battle for it as Maddox tried to follow her shot. Did a pretty decent job of it, but Gilmore rips it away. Now Mazama into the front court. Hill zips it now near side to Hamilton. And she whips it across court to Lease, who shoots three again, and that one's off the glass, no good. Gilmore gets the board, and she puts it back up and in. Again, from the right side, Gilmore has been making a living tonight. Campos taking it on the left now. Gets it over to Maddox, who stops and pops at the left elbow. It looked like Hill might have gotten a hand on it. And it'll be Mazama ball as Henley steps out of bounds. Into the game now is Anna Harper, the freshman for Henley. And Lease takes it up into the front court. Over to Gilmore now on that right elbow. She tries to drive inside a bit. Shot from the right side, no good. Maddox brings that one down. She's the one who brings it across the timeline. Gets it over to Martino. Martino now back to Campos. She puts it on the deck. Is double teamed from about 19 feet. Creates some room. Backs up to the Viking logo. And now over to Martino. Martino bounces it over to Maddox. A little bit of a lazy pass, and it's picked away by Mazama. Hill goes up with it and gets the bucket. And that's the kind of thing with a slow bounce pass. Coach Denson wants time, and he'll get it. 33 points for Mazama tonight, 34 for Henley as they still lead by one in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
The floor shake. I love it.
Maybe they should duke it out. Welcome back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Henley Hornets leading the Mazama Vikings 34-33. They've seen a lead evaporate in this quarter, Dick, but they're still getting some decent looks at the bucket. They're just not falling in this quarter.
No, they've only scored 1 point in this quarter so far, so I look for that to change. We'll see what happens. You know, Campos has had some open looks. Balls just haven't dropped for her. Gilmore has stepped up. She's knocked down 4 so far this quarter. That gives her a total of 10.
Teams back out onto the floor now. 5:01 to go in the third. Henley leads by 1, 34-33. They also start with the basketball underneath their own basket. So Campos brings it across the timeline. Maddox trying to get it over to Parker. Or that was Harper, rather, who goes up with the shot. The freshman gets fouled, and she'll go to the line. The student sections got into it a little bit over the commercial break we took there. One of the things I love about the Skyline Conference, and you really don't see this other places we go in the state of Oregon, is these like legit chants that they do back and forth for each other. And I'll be honest with you, I went to Hidden Valley High School, right? I promise you this is true. Orientation my junior year, they actually taught us these chants as part of going to a game. Everyone knows these chants, and that's what I love about this conference is all the student sections get into it.
They do. Yeah, they have good fans. You know, both parents and the kids are fun to watch.
First free throw was good from the freshman Harper, not the second. So the score 35-33, make it 35 all after the mid-range shot from Addison McGurr. Campos races up the floor, has to spin around. She's on that left elbow, tries to bounce it inside to Harper, and she travels.
Not quite sure how that was traveling. She was dribbling the ball, but I'm not down there. I can't see quite as well.
Lease bringing up the floor for the Lady Vikings, who tonight have tied the game in the third quarter. Came back from an 8-point deficit to now tie it with 4:20 to go in the third. And as the ball goes out of bounds, possession stays with the Vikings. Looks like it's going to be Hamilton to inbound it in front of the Mazama bench. She tries to get it to Lease. Lee's top of the key, brings it over to her left, now kicks it over to Hamilton. Byington is checked back into the game for Lady Vikings. Gilmore gets it down low on the left side this time, can't quite get that one to fall. Campos brings it to the top of the key. Now it's over to the freshman, and she gets it, Harper, with a nice little mid-range jump shot. She's left her mark on this game, making some free throws and sinking some shots from mid-range as well. McGurr kicks it over to Hamilton. Gilmore, top of the key, zips it near side to McGurr. McGurr from about 15 feet, hits front iron, no good. A foul is called on the rebound. And they are gonna get Annika Lindo with it. No, that's Sandra Hill, apologies. So Lindo checks into the game for Hill. And Campos brings it up. Kicks it over to Mock, who takes three, can't quite get it. Campos saves it from going out of bounds. She's now on the left side, goes up with the shot, back iron, no good. And a jump ball. Harper trying to go up with that one and got tied up on her way up with it. So the Hornets will keep possession. Campos in the near corner, puts it on the deck, head fakes, kicks it outside to Mock, who travels. And a turnover for the Hornets. They lead by 2, 37-35, with 3:09 to go in the third.
Some interesting calls tonight, some interesting no calls too, but it's easy for us to call from up here.
Yeah, when we're pretty far removed from everything going on down there, and just a couple of foul calls that get called as jump balls instead. Unfortunate, but you know, we are up here as the student section gets involved behind us now as McGurr hands it over to Lease. Lease tries to go left with it, drives middle of the paint, tries to go up with the left hand, can't quite get it to fall. Campos with the rebound. She passes it ahead to Harper for the shot, no good. Rebound grab by Campos. Campos trying to back down Byington, goes up with the right, banks it in. And that was Lindo actually on the defense. And I'm unsure, it looks like a timeout's on the floor. Coach Denson seemed upset, I'm not sure what about. Either way, we'll take a timeout, 39-35, the Henley Hornets lead. What's going on? Was he just...
I don't know. I think Henley didn't do something he wanted to do.
Okay. Gotcha. He did a little bit of a hop. I was like, what's he upset about? Welcome you back to the third quarter of the girls varsity basketball matchup between the Henley Hornets and the Mazama Vikings. 39-35 the score. Just a handful of minutes left to go in the third quarter. Henley has, their lead has evaporated. They were tied at one point at 35. Henley has gotten 4 straight points since then. They seem to have gotten back on the right path, but their defense is still holding pretty strong. They're making Henley shoot the ball, just going in for him.
Right.
Making Mazama shoot the ball.
Henley's still playing hard. They just have had some misfortunes, I guess, on the offensive end. Some balls that should have dropped didn't go in. They've had a couple turnovers. They had 5 the first half. They've had 3 so far in this quarter. So that's been the difference. Mazama hasn't had any turnovers this half.
Coach Lease trying to clean things up for her Lady Vikes as they trail by 4, 39-35, 2:25 to go in the third. Hill trying to go on that left side, takes it all the way to the baseline. Tries to kick it out to Lindo, who's now beyond the three-point arc. Zips it inside to Gilmore, who loses a handle on it, and a foul called against Northcutt. Second time she's been called for a kind of a pushing foul. And Gilmore is staying down on the ground for just a second. And we're not laughing that Gilmore is down. I want to make that clear. The students at the Henley student section are getting into it a little bit, and that is funny. Never want to see a player go down. The 5'11 junior looks like she's going to stay on the sideline. Checking in for the Vikings is Addison McGurr.
Thanks for clarifying that. I wasn't laughing at her.
Well, of course not. We'd never.
I don't know how much is picked up from our mics on the kids behind us.
Hopefully not too much. Hamilton hands it off to McGurr, top of the key. And gets it inside to Lindau. Lindau, shifty in the post, goes up with the shot, gets fouled. And that will be a shooting foul, so Lindau goes to the line. First free throw from Lindo is good. Makes it a 3-point ball game. Lindo's second free throw is also good. So now a 2-point game, 39-37, $1:55 to go in the third. Zipping it inside to Parker. She goes up with the shot, can't quite get it. Harper gets the rebound and a held ball down low as Harper and Lindo both vying for that one, and it'll be Mazama ball after the held ball. Lease bringing it up for the Lady Vikes. Senior 5'4", has been a varsity starter now in her third season. Hill from the left elbow, tries to bank it in, can't quite get it done. Campos with the rebound. Campos tries to go left with it, goes up with the right hand, gets her own rebound, puts it back up and in as it swirls around the rim and falls. 41-37, pair of points for Annie Campos. Lease takes a screen and a three, doesn't get that one. Campos with the rebound and fouled in transition. Fifth team foul for Mazama. And they're going to hit Hamilton with that one. That's her second. And a timeout called by Coach Joy Lease. Will take one, too. The score 41-37 with 1:05 to go in the third quarter. The Henley Hornets lead on the MyBasin.com game of the week. And welcome you back to the third quarter of the MyBasin.com game of the week. Just over a minute to go in this third quarter. The Henley Hornets lead the Mazama Vikings 41-37. The teams head back out onto the floor. Henley with Sharp, Campos, Martino, Harper, and Maddox on the floor. Campos takes a screen, tries to drive the lane, goes hard with the right hand, gets fouled, so Campos will get a chance at the line with a minute to go in the third. Trying to extend this lead. Have a final score tonight from Danny Miles Court as the Lady Owls beat Evergreen State University tonight, 74-66. The men set to start in about 10 minutes. And as that game goes on tonight, the Oregon Tech Hustlin' Owls taking on the Evergreen State Gooey Ducks. We'll have the score updates for you throughout the evening. Of course, you can also listen to that game on your radio. Just tune it to 92.5 KLAD. Campos' second free throw is also good. So back up to a 6-point game, 43-37. A minute to go in the third. Hamilton gets the cross-court pass, goes up from about 8 feet and knocks it down. That was a nice little mid-range jump shot from Hamilton. Trims the lead back down to 4. Campos bounces it outside to Maddox. For three, no good. Harper trying to get the rebound. She touches it last as it goes out of bounds. Student section really filling up behind us, Dick. They are actually behind us now, and you've got the boys basketball team behind us too. 35 seconds to go in the third. Lease kicks it over to Hill. Hill tries to spin around to her right, kicks it back outside to Lease. Corner three, no good. Rebound snag by Sharp. Campos now bringing it up. She's top of the key, dribbles behind her back, kicks it outside to Parker. Parker back to Campos. She's at the free throw line, goes up with the shot, off the glass, no good. Rebound snagged by Sharp. She misses again, gets her own rebound, kicks it inside to Campos, no good. Sharp with the rebound once more, outside to Campos for three. Shot waved off, brings us to the end of the third quarter. Henley, a lot of good looks at the bucket, can't get anything to drop. We go into the fourth quarter with a 43-39 ball game. The Hornets lead the Mazama Vikings. God, I've really missed a packed house. You know what I mean? It's been too long. We're back with the MyBasin.com game of the week as the Henley Hornets head into the fourth quarter with a 4-point lead, 43-39. 8 minutes on the clock. Campos, Maddox, Harper, Sharp, and that is Northcutt in the game for the Hornets. Sharp tries to get it inside to Northcutt, but steps out of bounds. As it's now going to be Kennedy Lease bringing it up the floor. She tries to drive left side, dishes outside to McGurr at the free throw line, bounces it over to Hill, mid-range jump shot, bounces back iron, no good. Sharp trying to battle for the board. Hamilton gets it back and puts it up and in. Now just a 2-point ball game, 43-41, 7:30 to go in the game. Harper goes up with the shot, can't quite get it, and it is Hill with the rebound. Hill brings it over to the left, kicks it back outside to Lease, now to Hill. Hill just beyond the three-point arc on the other side. Trying to bounce it in to Lindo, but it looked like Campos got a hand in there. She steals that one away. Another turnover for the Vikes as Campos guarded by Hill. Campos tries to drive inside. A nice pass to Harper. Can't make the mid-range jump shot. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession stays with the Hornets. It's our third Skyline Conference game this season. The first game for the Lady Hornets ended it against Hidden Valley with a 4-point win, a game that came down to the final seconds. Last week you travel over to Merlin, play North Valley. That game comes down to the final 2 seconds. Here we are in a 2-point game with 7 to go, and it's looking very similar with the way these two teams are playing. Campos now top of the key. Campos backs up. Guarded nicely by Lease. Now it's Maddox. Maddox tries to get it inside to Harper. Harper goes up with the shot. Can't quite get that one to fall. Sharp in there with the rebound. No good. Another rebound for the Hornets. And again a missed shot. Campos grabs the board, puts it back up. And a skirmish down low. And it looks like to me a foul is going to be called against Mazama. And that will send Campos to the line shooting 1-1. That is Mazama's 7th team foul. Still 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Campos tonight, even if she's not making buckets, which she's had stretches where she's shooting well from the field. In this second half, she's had a bit of trouble, but she's still finding ways to get to the free throw line.
She has. She's a scrapper. I guess that's about all you can say.
First free throw from Campos is good. And so she'll have a second one coming up.
If she makes this, it'll give her 26 for the night.
Came into the second half with 20 on the evening. The free throw from Campos is up, and it's no good. So Lease brings it up for the Vikings. It's a 3-point game, 44-41, 6:29 to go in the game. Hill over to Lease. Lease kicking it to McGurr, now top of the key. McGurr trying to find some room, brings it over to her left and hands it off to Hill. Hill on that left elbow, kicks it back outside to Lease, handing it to McGurr. McGurr bringing it inside, a nice pass to Hill. Mid-range jump shot, front iron, no good, and Harper skies for the rebound. Campos, guarded by Hill, basically at half court. She can't get past the Viking Nation logo. Maddox now with it, zipping it inside to Parker. She goes up from the free throw lane, can't quite get it. And Mazama with the rebound. Kicking it ahead to Kennedy Lease. Lease from 19 feet out. That one rolls off the rim, no good. Northcutt with the rebound. Trying to get it inside to Maddox, and that shot is good.
Beautiful pass.
Great pass that time from Parker. 46-41 brings us to a timeout. With 5:34 to go in the fourth, the Hornets lead the Vikings. Don't say scoreboard with 4 minutes to go in the game. Don't do it. That is a cardinal sin.
If they're that fired up for a girls' game, what are they going to do with the boys?
Here we go. Hold on. Welcome back to the MyBasin.com game of the week on MyBasin.com. 46-41 to go in the fourth quarter. Handful of minutes left to go, and I think it's been a close one for most of the game. These teams now finding a bit of separation. Henley's been able to keep Mazama at a distance, but they're still right there.
They have, and to Mazama's credit, they've been fighting back. They've had a couple of deficits that are pretty good. I think they're down by 8 at one point, and I thought, okay, Henley's going to run away with this game, but Mazama was able to take care of the ball on the offensive end, not having any turnovers. They've only had one turnover in the second half, as that's to Henley's 4. So I think that's been a huge plus for Mazama. They're playing hard and they're scrapping. Campos, on the other hand, has stepped up again, and she's now at 25 points, I guess. So she's a factor to be reckoned with.
5.5 to go in the final quarter of play this evening, as Kennedy Lease brings it up for the Lady Vikings. Lease hands it to McGurr, top of the key. She zips it over to Hill. Or that's Hamilton, rather. She goes up from about 10 feet, can't quite get it. And out of bounds. It'll be Henley basketball. In just a few minutes, we're going to be joined by the radio audience this evening on 104.3 and 960 Sports. The folks that are going to be joining us for the boys basketball contest tonight, which will happen right after the conclusion of tonight's game. Maddox for 3, can't quite knock it down. It'll be Hill with the rebound. Hill races up the floor. She tries to get it inside to Lease, but Northcutt breaks up the pass. And great defensive play by Jewel Northcutt, the sophomore, making an impact on that play. So Campos over to Maddox. Bouncing it inside. Now back to Harper. She shoots the mid-range, no good. Campos gets the rebound, and she gets hacked on her way back up. She'll head to the line. 18 fouls now for Mazama. And that is the third for Kennedy Lease. Melody Martino getting ready to check into the game for the Hornets, as Ryan Maddox likely taking a seat on the bench. Campos' first free throw is good. Second free throw coming up from Annie Campos, 26 on the night, looking to make it 27. And she does. 48-41, 4.5 to go in the fourth. Kennedy Lease brings it up, tries to get it inside to Lindo. Lindo triple teamed outside to Lease. She gets it to Hill. Hill puts it on the deck, tries to go up with it. She gets fouled and will go to the line. So Hill goes to the line. Parker picks up her third foul, fourth team foul for the Hornets. And the free throw is good. Second free throw coming up from Sandra Hill. The senior has stepped up this season for Mazama. Can't quite make the second free throw, but she does get her own rebound. Hill thinks about taking a three. Instead, takes one from the left elbow. That one rattles out. Campos with the board. 48-42, 6-point game with 4:14 to go. Campos takes the screen, now onto the left side, goes right, bounce it back out to Martino. Martino now at the free throw line, bounces it outside to Campos, has a little bit of trouble corralling that one, but slows things down. Under 4 to go now in the ball game. Campos against Hill, decides to go left with it, dishes it outside to Harper. Can't quite knock that one down. And now it's Parker actually on the shot. Now Hill into the front court for Mazama. Back outside to Lease, trying to direct traffic for the Vikings. You'll see Mazama start to slow things down. They're looking for points. They're not looking for shots. As Hamilton goes all the way to the bucket. Lindau tries to get the rebound, and a foul called. Looks like Mazama will inbound it underneath their own bucket as Northcutt.
It's her fourth.
Yeah, gets ready to exit the game, I think, and Sharp will check in. So Lee's to inbound. She gets it into Lindau. Lindau, it looked like, tried to get it into Hill, but an errant pass leads to a turnover, and Henley brings it up. They lead by 6 with 3:15 to go. Campos takes the screen set by Parker. Parker repositioned inside. Campos now going to hand it off to Martino, who brings it back top of the key. Tries to, no, she travels before she can get the pass off. Lease bringing it up the floor for the Lady Vikes. Lease kicks it outside to Hamilton, but she can't corral the pass. She does save it from going out of bounds. Now trying to drive inside. Bounces it over to Hill. Hill now beyond the arc, near side. Hill trying to bring it in. She goes up with the left and gets fouled. She'll go to the line. Charge the foul to Madeline Sharp. She picks up her second and the 6th team foul for the Hornets. One more puts Mazama in the bonus. They'll be shooting 1-1. Henley has been in the bonus for quite some time, but ever since that 7th team foul for Mazama has been picked up with 6 to go, Mazama has hardly committed a foul in the last 4 minutes. They've played pretty clean basketball. So the first free throw was good. The second one is no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and possession stays with Mazama. Lease to inbound. Getting it inside to Lindau. Lindau zips it to Hamilton beyond the arc. Hamilton puts it on the deck. Tries to go up from about 10 feet. Can't get it to fall, and Campos gets the rebound. Henley slowing things down now as well as Maddox has it near side. Trying to get it over to Parker. Parker loses a handle on it. Lease swats at the basketball, has it taken away. Hamilton now in transition. She goes up with the shot, and Campos is going to be called with a foul. That's a tough call to make down low. 2:13 left to go in the game. 48-43, and Hamilton goes to the line. That's only Campos' second foul, so it doesn't impact her too much, but that does put Mazama into the bonus. As for the rest of the game, they'll be shooting 1-1. Gotta have those shoes tied down there, Dick.
I'm speechless. Sorry.
So Hamilton at the line.
It's like
misses her free
my
throw.
mom told me, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. So I'm just going to be quiet over here. That should tell
Well, I'm glad we
everybody
know
how I
what you're
feel.
thinking and not necessarily exactly what you're thinking.
You might be able to hear the student section. They're
Yeah.
saying what I'm thinking.
Exactly. Hamilton at the line. She missed her first. A chance to make it a 4-point game with a made free throw here. And she can't hit it. Off the front iron, and a timeout called by Coach Denson. We'll take 1-2. 2:13 to go in the ball game. It's a 5-point game as Henley leads 48-43.
That was probably one of the worst calls I've seen
Yeah,
tonight.
she wasn't even making contact
No,
with
she
her.
wasn't within. She was. I don't even think she was closer than 2 feet to her.
No, yeah.
Stupid girl lost her handle on the
went,
ball.
Yeah. I didn't see a foul there either, but
oh.
I'm really not trying to get into it with the refs. Welcome back to the fourth quarter of the Henley Hornets and the Mazama Vikings tonight. Still girls basketball varsity action as the Henley Hornets lead 48-43. 5-point game. About 2 minutes left to go, and Henley holds on to a slim lead. Mazama's had some opportunities at the free throw line tonight to chip away at this lead, but they haven't quite been able to get it done.
No, they haven't. Henley's playing really good defense. You know, they've had some, Gilmore's out with foul trouble, which has really helped Henley. But Lindau has had some shots, and Henley's been in her face and has kept her from converting. So hopefully Henley keep playing like that for the remainder of the game for the rest of 2 minutes. See how they do.
I was worried about the
thing collapsing.
Bouncing. No, I was like, we're shaking up here from the student section. Got to make sure I have all my stuff set ready to go. As we get back into the action, Campos tries to bring it in, and she can't quite get up with the foul, or with the shot rather. Northcutt tried to go up with the shot, couldn't quite get it in there, and it'll be Mazama basketball. 5 minutes to go now in the game. 48-43, just under a minute 45 to go. There's a whistle down on the floor.
Not sure what that was about.
Yeah, unsure. Lease tries to get it inside to Lindau. She goes up with the shot and knocks it down. That makes it a 3-point game. 48-45, $1:32 to go. And on the other side, Henley scores quickly. 50-45, back to a 5-point game. Kennedy Lease tries to go up against Maddox. Maddox kicks it over to Hill. And Hill still with it. Tries to hand it off to Hamilton. Now Lease far side. Lease head fakes a three. Kicks it inside to Lindau. Lindau wrapped up by Hamilton. And a timeout is called by Coach Lease before anything necessarily gets called. So I'm going to stick with you through this timeout with 1:10 to go in the game. And it'll be Mazama ball when we come back. They trail by 5. Henley did a good job of answering right there with the much-needed bucket.
They scored fast enough I couldn't tell who it was.
I'm with you on that one. But it was a good score to try to get yourself again. Mazama's been right there with them for the whole game, but Henley has had this 3 to 5 point separation that they're just clinging to here in the fourth quarter.
You know, you can contribute most of that to Annie Campos. She's playing really, really hard on both ends of the floor. She's those faces. She's making alter their shots. She's getting boards. She's dishing it off to her teammates. And the 5-point lead that Henley have is not indicative of the way they've been playing, to be truthful.
Right. Well, Mazama will inbound the ball. Now it's Lease in the far corner. Lease tries to kick it over to Hamilton. Now 1:03 to go in the game. Tries to get it inside to Lindau, but Campos steals it away. Able to now walk it up the floor. Campos double teamed, kicks it over to Maddox. Maddox for three, no good. Rebound is snagged by Sharp. She battles for it down low, and a foul called on Mazama. It looks like Sharp will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. She has the ability to now make it a 2-possession game. Excuse me, a 3-possession game. And if you're able to do that with 45 seconds left, with the 2 made free throws here, it'll be very tough for Mazama to come back. The first free throw is no good, so it will remain a 5-point game. Lease gonna bring it up the floor for Mazama. Lease trying to drive inside, loses a handle on it, and a foul called on Annie Campos. She tried to get in there and rip the ball away from Lease.
That was actually on number.
That was on Maddox, actually. I thought I saw Campos reach in there, but you're right. The foul is on Maddox. That's her third, and the 8th team foul for Henley. Lease at the line. First free throw is good. A friendly bounce for the senior there. Now a 4-point game. Second free throw coming up from Lease. That one is no good. It will remain a 4-point game. Henley gets the rebound, and Campos will shoot free throws on the other end as she gets wrapped up and fouled by Lindo. 10th team foul for Mazama, 4th for Annika Lindo. One more and she's done, but there's just 36 seconds in the game. I think you'll see her stay out there, obviously, with this short of time left. And so Campos at the line to shoot 1 and 1. Oh no, that was actually full bonus now because that's the 10th Mazama team foul. So first free throw is no good. Campos will get another shot here. Second free throw is good, makes it a 6-point game. 36 seconds to go. As Mazama brings it up the floor. A turnover, and Maddox in transition. She has a lane to herself and is fouled on her way to the bucket as Lease hacks her on her way up, trying to make her shoot some free throws here.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 6-point game. Second free throw from Maddox. This one could seal it. Can't quite make it. Rebound is still up for grabs. Finally goes out of bounds. Last touched by Sharp. So Mazama gets a chance here at 22 seconds. On the near side, McGurr with a high arcing shot, can't quite get it done. Henley tries to rip away the rebound with 7.4 seconds left in the game, and you hear the Henley student section. They seem to think that they know the result of this game.
Well, they got a 6-point lead with 7 seconds left. I'd put, if I were betting.
Yeah. Inbound pass goes to Hamilton. She gets fouled, so she'll shoot 2. Trying to chip away at the lead. The first free throw is no good from Hamilton, and visible frustration is the senior watching this one slip away from the Vikings. Second free throw is good. 6 seconds left to go, and Northcutt is going to get fouled. So we'll see her shoot some free throws to close out this ball game. I think this one's going to go in the books as a win for the Hornets, now 2-1 in the Skyline Conference season. Mazama is going to end up falling to 1-2 at the end of this game. It was a big contest for Henley to come out and win, and they showed they're the better team tonight.
Yeah, they showed up in force in the student body section. There are a ton of people behind us. And I know looking down in front of us, there are tons of parents here too. So, it was a hard-fought game, and Henley played really well. Came out on top.
Mazama played really well too tonight. We'll talk about it in the post-game show, and we'll remind you in just a bit. Going to be joined by the radio audience on 104.3 and 960 Sports. As Lees dribbles out the final few seconds of the ball game, shoots a half-court shot, can't quite get it done. 52-47 the final. Henley gets their first road win in the Skyline Conference season. We'll be back. We'll break it down for you coming up next on mybasin.com.
On Top Tree Services have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And we welcome you back to the mybasin.com game of the week is the Henley Hornets, the Lady Hornets, taking this one on the road 52-47, led by an extremely impressive performance by the sophomore Annie Campos.
Yeah, Annie Campos came out with 28 points this game, and she was hammered a bunch of times. Going to the bucket, she was hit pretty hard. She was she's the offense and the defense and the cheerleader and the assist leader. She just plays really hard, and it's fun to watch her play. She works the whole time she's on the floor. She only had 2 fouls, but she played really aggressively defensively too. As far as scoring goes, Martino had 3, Maddox had 5, Parker had 1. Again, Campos had 28, Sharp had 5, Harper had 6, Northcutt had 4. The scoring was a little more even on the Mazama side of the court. Lees had 4. I can't say her name. I can't read my writing.
Addison McGurr.
McGurr has 10. Hill had 6. Lindo had 8. Hamilton had 9. And Gilmore had 10. I think it's something that should be noted. Henley held Gilmore to 0 points in the first quarter and then shut her down again in the fourth quarter. I thought for a while she was going to step up. She knocked down 6 quick points in the second quarter, and then did the same thing in the third quarter, but Henley shut her down. So, the Henley's credit, they played, they stopped that issue.
It's a high-quality win for the Hornets this evening. They improve now to 2-1 in Skyline Conference play as Mazama now falls to 1-1. We got the boys varsity contest coming up next on mybasin.com. We're also going to be joined by the radio audience on 104.3 and 960 Sports. We're going to take a break, come back, and when we do, we're talking some boys basketball. The Mazama Vikings hosting the Henley Hornets tonight on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page, or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them, and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable.
And welcome you into the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Good evening, everyone. My name is Josh Eldridge. I'm joined tonight by Dick North and Nick Bradford running the live stream. If you're listening on the radio, you can, of course, watch on MyBasin.com. Tonight's matchup between the Henley Hornets and the Mazama Vikings. We coming to you live from the campus of Mazama High School at Valhalla Court tonight for this evening's Skyline Conference matchup between the Hornets and the Vikings. Dick, we just got done broadcasting the girls' varsity game, a game in which Henley won and looked pretty good doing it. The student section clearly turned out for that one, as did for Mazama. It's going to be a rockin' night here at Valhalla Court, and it should be. This is a big game tonight, even early in the conference season.
Well, there's always a lot of competition between the two schools. It's going to be really loud here tonight. I know at the girls' game, there's sometimes we can barely hear. And so, if you're not doing anything tonight, come out. There's still probably a couple places to sit. You can stand next to us if you want to cheer us on. And, as you mentioned, it's always competition between these two schools. I think Henley right now is ranked number 2 in the Skyline. Mazama's ranked 3rd. Both teams have something to prove tonight. I'm noted for making predictions, but I'm not going to do one this time.
Okay, yeah, probably safe. I went around and I talked to a handful of people tonight who are close to both teams, and everyone said, man, this boys' game, it's a toss-up. I mean, Henley might be favored only because they've proven that they can beat some solid teams, but Mazama has historically been very good as well. You can look at their 2019-20 season and say, well, they went 0-10 in conference play, but that was 2 years ago. Last year they went 6-4 in conference in the COVID-shortened season. And this year, for the Mazama Vikings, they are already 1-0, 7-7 on the season overall. They're 14th in the state, so they are, once again, in contention for the top of the Skyline Conference, a conference in which, yes, Klamath Union won last year and is still at the top of the conference right now. But again, it's one of those things where there's no real clear number 1 team in this conference.
There's not, I'd want to say, for Mazama's behalf, they have home court advantage, but I think there are actually more Henley fans here tonight than there are Mazama fans.
I would agree.
So I think that home court advantage is going to go out the window.
I mean, the student section alone made an impact in the girls' game, and you said it to me during the break. Man, they were out here for the girls' game. Imagine the turnout we're going to get for the boys' game, and they're going to get loud and raucous, and we're going to be all here for it on MyBasin.com. I mentioned the Skyline Conference. We'll take a quick look at the season standings right now. For the Skyline, as Klamath Union leads the way with a 2-0 league record. They are 7-5 overall on the season. Henley follows them up along with these Mazama Vikings. Each of these teams are 1-0 in conference play. These Henley Hornets beat Hidden Valley a couple of weeks ago, a game which the final score was 73-17. Mazama, they got out a couple weeks ago with a win as well, although not as dominant. They beat Phoenix 66-54, and that came last Saturday. So Mazama's going on 6 days rest, which is still fairly good rest, but Henley has been off for 2 weeks. I know they've been practicing, they've been trying to get it, but it's tough to simulate a game in practice. I know every coach would like to, but 2 weeks after scoring 73 points, you'd like to keep that rolling into the next game, but they have had all this time off.
I know some of the kids on the team, and I know the coach pretty well, Coach Hammond, and I'm sure he's had some pretty intense practices. So, you look at it, usually with a 2-week layoff, you'd think they wouldn't be as sharp as they probably could be if they played, back-to-back games or 2 games a week like they used to play. But I think based on the coaching, with my kids playing for them in the past and knowing them the way I do, I'm sure that there's not going to be any kind of a letdown, and I think they'll be just as sharp as they were against Hidden Valley. So I look to see, I think this is going to be a really good game. I know it's going to be a very fast game. Henley's noted for running. They play really aggressively defensively. They're a fun team to watch. I haven't watched Mazama this year, so I don't really know about the boys, but based on the way the girls are playing, I think it'll be the same thing for them also. So it should be a really hard-fought and well-played game.
At least what we're hoping for tonight on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will preview this game just a little bit more. Of course, we'll have starting lineups and tip-off for you next on MyBasin.com.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quad-Track tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page, or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them, and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. The Henley Hornets and the Mazama Vikings getting ready to do battle this evening at Valhalla Court. Dick, the Henley Hornets on the road in this one tonight, and this is the first road Skyline Conference game that they've played this season. Of course, it's only the second one they've played. It was at home versus Hidden Valley the first time through. And even then, it was...
Ken Kaufman.
Okay, I was like, I don't know everyone who's coming up to you. Must be a celebrity around these parts, Dick North.
No, I know about 3 people in the entire state. I have seen all 3 of them tonight.
Well, as I was saying, it's the first road contest that Henley has really had to play, the boys at least. And I said it during the girls' game, but I'll reiterate, even the road games that they did play so far this season, it was during the holidays, you don't have the student sections out, or it was a tournament at a neutral site, not really a road game. So tonight, a real test for the Hornets on the road, and I know that really it's only, 5 minutes across town, but it's a packed house tonight. It's going to get loud, probably the loudest environment either team has played in all season.
And we mentioned earlier, the competition between these two teams is pretty intense, so that's going to play a factor too. I mean, personally, I think Henley's probably got the better team, but I also know how badly Mazama wants to beat them, and the crowd can come into play. I was sitting down in the parent section for the JV game and the I guess the JV girls game. I'm not sure what it was, and there were a lot of Mazama parents. I came in kind of late, and I was sitting on the Mazama side, and there wasn't a lot of room over there. When we had the Star Spangled Banner, the place is filled up completely. There's still some room right behind us, but. There are a lot of people here tonight, and I think that's going to play a factor. It's going to help Henley, I think, because they've got a lot of people that are cheering for them. That might negate some of the hostile environment in Valhalla Gymnasium. But again, both teams have something they want to prove here, and it's going to be a hard-fought and well-played game.
Really looking forward to it. We're going to take a break, come back. When we do, it's time for starting lineups and tip-off. The Henley Hornets taking on the Mazama Vikings next in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week for 3, 960 Sports.
On Top Tree Services have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. My name is Josh Eldridge. I'm joined by Dick North and Nick Bradford running the live stream tonight on MyBasin.com. We are getting ready to meet the starting lineups for the visiting Henley Hornets. Starting senior 6'1" Drew Frank. Number 10, a senior standing 5'8", Eli Hayes. Number 12, a junior 5'11", Blaine Boersma. Number 14, a junior 6'1", Shaw Stork. And number 32, a junior 6'4", Austin Fitz. The starting five for your Henley Hornets, coached by Luke Hammond. And now time to meet the starting five for the hometown Mazama Vikings. Starting at guard, a senior number 1, 5'10", Aiden Kint. Number 33, a forward junior 6'4", Bryce Worrell. Number 32, a junior sitting 6'4", Keegan McDonald. Number 13, a senior 6'5", Blaine Jeffrey. And number 24, a senior 6'2", Daniel Yancey. The starting five for your Mazama Vikings, coached by Justin Davidson in his 4th season. Henley Hornets tonight in their navy blue uniforms with a little bit of yellow trim and their cursive lettering across the front, yellow in color, and some white trim. The Mazama Vikings tonight in their home white uniforms with blue numbering and lettering across the back and got kind of this blue stripe down the side. So Mazama Vikings at home this evening at Valhalla Court, definitely hoping for some home court advantage from the Viking faithful. But of course the Hornets student section right behind us tonight, kind of in the second deck of the mezzanine at Valhalla Court. All right, we are ready for basketball this evening as Austin Fitz and Blaine Jeffrey to face off. Henley is going to win the tip. It's corralled by Boersma. Boersma hands it off to Hayes, who tries to drive right with it. Bounces it back outside to Boersma, now near side. Tries to get it inside to Frank. Frank gets it to Boersma, who goes strong to the hoop. Can't quite get it down, and Jeffrey gets the board. Now Yancey trying to bring it up onto the near side, kicks it over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey kicks it back outside to Kent. Kent now brings it back to Yancey, who is guarded by Boersma. Yancey brings it over to the left side, kicks it out to Kent, tries to get it inside to Jeffrey and loses a handle on it. Mazama loses the basketball. Henley takes possession. You'll notice tonight a new addition to the starting lineup for the Henley boys is Blaine Boersma stepping in, the 5'11 junior. Boersma averaging about 4 points on the season, starting over Owen Sheen tonight. Sheen will get playing time. He's not hurt. He's just starting the game on the bench. Drew Frank on the other side goes strong to the basket and gets the first points of the ball game. Henley leads 2-0. 7:05 to go in the first. Yancey zips it inside to Kent. Thought about driving the lane. Kicks it back outside to Yancey. Yancey getting it inside to McDonald. Now to Yancey. Yancey trying to drive the left side. Goes up against Boersma. Can't get the shot. Gets his own rebound. Tries to fight through some contact. Can't get it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Possession Mazama. Yancey battling for the board down low against Boersma. And Fitz. I think part of it might be some athleticism being added to the starting lineup for the Hornets tonight. Bounce pass goes inside to McDonald and outside to Kent for three. Off the glass, no good, and Stork grabs the board.
Well, Boersma had 15 points against Hidden Valley, so
he's a quality scorer and gives effort on defense, and that earns you minutes. Austin Fitz inside on the left, tries to bank it in, no good. It's McDonald with the rebound. He kicks it ahead to Kent. It's a 2-0 ball game. Henley leads with 6:22 to go in the first. Yancey now has it at the Viking Nation logo at half court. Zips it near side to Jeffrey, but it goes right through his hand. Stork gets it and gets fouled as he tries to advance it. So Jeffrey, that was Worrell who gets hit with the foul there. As Stork will inbound it in front of his own bench, gets it to Hayes. Hayes tries to drive the lane, goes strong with the right hand, and gets the bucket. Hayes this season averaging 8 points a game and 3 assists. He's done a good job of dishing the basketball tonight. Yancey kicks it over to McDonald. Back to Yancey. He zips it over to Worrell. Worrell is hit with a charge as he goes in too hard against Drew Frank. Another turnover for the Vikes. Mazama handing it right back to Henley as Stork will inbound underneath the bucket. Checking into the game for Mazama is Kyle Hargrave, the senior guard, 5'7", checks in for Worrell, who just picked up his second foul. Looks like a foul called down low. Charged the foul that time to Daniel Yancey. It's the third team foul for Mazama, the first for Yancey. The senior forward, 6'2", also a football player. He's a running back on the football team as the inbound pass goes awry and out of bounds. It'll be Mazama basketball as that pass kind of goes right to the cheerleaders.
Wasn't where he intended it.
I would hope not. Mazama will inbound underneath their own basket. Yancey takes the inbound pass and he will kick it back to Hargrave. Hargrave back to Yancey. Henley breaking out that full court press. And Dick, you mentioned it. Henley likes to do that press. It looked like McDonald had a pretty good look at the bucket, but couldn't quite convert. Kent gets the long rebound into the backcourt, brings it back up to Hargrave. Hargrave trying to get it inside to McDonald. He takes about a 14-foot jump shot and nails it. Henley working quickly into the other side. Boersma now goes up with the shot. He can't quite get it. Hargrave brings down the board. And he races into up to the front court. It looked like Boersma lost his shoe, and Jeffrey hits the bucket on the other side. We got a tie game at 4 apiece. 5 to go in the first. Eli Hayes trying to direct traffic. He's on the left side. Kicks it now to Stork. Stork fakes right, goes left. Now top of the key. Over to Frank near side. Frank trying to drive that right elbow. Zips it inside to Fitz, who turns around, goes strong to the hoop and gets the bucket. 6-4. Henley leads. 4:40 to go in the first. Pass goes inside to McDonald, who has a free lane to the bucket. He ties up the game, 6 apiece for the Hornets and the Vikings with 4.5 to go in the first. Eli Hayes trying to race up, drives the right side, kicks it out to Frank on the right side of the arc. He steps back at the free throw line. Fadeaway shot's good from Drew Frank. He's got 4 of Henley's 8 points tonight. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1, 2. The score 8-6 with 4:19 to go in the first quarter. The Hornets lead the Vikings.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Henley up 8-6 with 4:19 to go in the fourth. Drew Frank already has 4 tonight as Mazama starts with the ball. It'll be Hargrave. Hargrave has that one knocked away by Sudi, who's checked into the game for the Hornets. Hargrave guarded by Sudi, tries to get it over to McDonald. McDonald zips it across to Yancey, and another charge down low. That's the second one Drew Frank has taken. He is playing some physical ball on both sides.
He'll stand in there and take it. That was McDonald that knocked him down. He probably gave up 100 pounds to the kid.
Yeah, McDonald, a big kid, 6'4". He's a junior. So Hayes brings it up for the Hornets on the near side. He hands it over to Boersma. Boersma bounces it inside to Frank on the right elbow, but it's taken away by Jeffrey. And now Hargrave tries to get it, but Jeffrey saves it from going out of bounds, or so he thought. Just the toes on the out-of-bounds marker in front of the scorer's table. And it will be Henley ball as Sudi inbounds it. Sudi, by the way, checked in for Austin Fitz. Sudi stands 6'2", just a couple inches shorter than Fitz. Sudi zips it across to Frank. Has a great look at three in the far corner and swishes it. 11-6. Henley leads, 3:30 to go in the first. Hargrave now bringing it up the left side. He's trying to drive the left lane. Step back three for Hargrave. He tries to answer back, can't quite do it. Stork skies for the rebound. He's pestered by Hargrave, bringing it up the floor. Kicks it ahead to Sudi. Sudi back to Stork, now over to Hayes. Hayes fakes left, goes right at the free throw line, outside to Sudi for three. Tries to bank it in, can't quite do it. Yancey grabs the board. Hargrave dishes it over to Kint for three, off the front iron, no good. And Boersma skies for the rebound. Boersma averaging 5 rebounds a game, only behind Owen Sheen. Stork goes hard to the rim on the other side, misses it. The rebound grabbed by Jeffrey. Yancey kicks it ahead to Hargrave. Hargrave inside to McDonald, and a foul called down low against Stork. He tried to get a bit handsy down low. Luke Bennett and Austin Fitz back into the game for the Hornets as McDonald and Jeffrey take a seat on the bench. Checking in for Mazama, you're going to see Trevor Anderson and Drew Rabel. Rabel, another big kid, a senior, 6'3". Inbound pass is going to go to Yancey. Yancey tries to go up with it. Double clutches, can't quite get the shot, and ball goes out of bounds, and the rebound possession goes to the Hornets. Hayes brings it up into the front court as he is guarded by Anderson. He hands it off to Bennett. Bennett just beyond the key, back to Boersma. Now Hayes near side, right in front of the Mazama bench. Kicks it back outside to Sudi. Now Bennett far side. Bennett tries to get it inside. Dishes it to Hayes for three. Back iron, no good. Kent grabs the rebound. Ahead now to Hargrave. Hargrave running up the far side. Has a nice little about 10-foot jumper. Can't quite convert. Sudi with the rebound over to Frank. Pardon me, that's Hayes. Hayes on that left side. Now Sudi top of the key. Zips it over to Boersma. Boersma trying to drive the lane inside. Has it picked away by Hargrave. Boersma gets it back. Goes up with the shot. Can't get it. And it's going to be Rabel with the rebound. Score 11-6 with 1:45 to go in the first quarter. The Henley Hornets lead. Hargrave has it now about 20 feet out now as he moves up with it. Trevor Anderson just beyond the three-point arc. Thinks about one from 19 feet. Kicks it over to Kent. Now Rabel on the left side. Does work in down low against Fitz. Goes up with the shot and gets fouled. He'll shoot two. Charge the foul to Fitz. It's Fitz's first foul and the second team foul for the Hornets. 4 for Mazama thus far. And that'll send Drew Rabel to the line. The senior is sitting 6'3", also playing a bit of baseball for the Vikings. Mazama so far on the season shooting 50% from the free throw line, and Rabel goes 1 for 2 there. 11-7, the Hornets lead with 1:27 to go in the first. Hayes racing up. He tries to split the middle, tries to bounce it outside to Boersma. He does, saves it from going out of bounds, but a Mazama player, Aiden Kint, grabs the ball and brings it up for the Vikes. Now to Yancey. Kint now far side, guarded by Bennett, getting it inside to Rabel. Rabel kicks it back outside to Yancey, who steps into a three-point jump shot, no good. Rebound grab by Bennett. Hayes directing traffic. He's averaging about 3 assists per game this season and about 8 points. Bounces it inside to Boersma on the right block, and Boersma converts with points. And there's the assist right there from Hayes. He has good eyes inside the paint. Henley will do a lot of this, a lot of interior passing from shifty guys like Eli Hayes. All right, it's Hargrave on the other side for Mazama. Zips it inside to Kint. A great pass, no bucket. Kint goes up, spins around with the right, couldn't quite get it. Now Hayes advancing it for Henley. He's on the left elbow, bounces it inside to Fitz, and that connection works again. 15-7 now, 25 seconds to go. The Hornets lead in the first quarter. Hargrave now picked up by Sudi at about half court. Yancey now near side. Yancey kicks it back outside to Rabel beyond the three-point arc. Hargrave, far side three, can't convert. Rebound is grabbed by Boersma. 5 seconds to go now in the first. Eli Hayes, now 3 seconds. Hayes steps into a long three, can't get it at the buzzer. We go to the second quarter with a score of 15-7. The Henley Hornets leading on the road against the Mazama Vikings in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 9.6.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place and then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
And we welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Getting ready for the second quarter from Valhalla Court tonight. The Henley Hornets lead the Mazama Vikings 15-7. On the floor for Henley, it's Owen Sheen, Luke Bennett, Drew Frank, Austin Fitz, and Eli Hayes. A foul called down low against Jeffrey to get things started. That's his first, Mazama's fifth. So Henley takes it up the floor as they move from left to right. Hayes scored 2 in that first quarter. Kicks it over to Sheen, who we haven't seen too much of this evening. He tries to go up with the shot. Can't quite get it. Saves the ball from going out of bounds. Zips it to Bennett. Now to Hayes, over to Frank, now far side. Frank thinks about driving the baseline. Kicks it back over to Sheen. Sheen thinks about going right. Instead drives left. Zips it over to Hayes, who gets it inside to Fitz. Fitz, a nice inside pass to Drew Frank. Henley now leads by 10. Frank with 9 points tonight. He's having a good one.
That was a beautiful dish underneath.
Frank has 9 points. The Mazama Vikings have 7. And Owen Sheen with the steal. He's got a lane. He goes up with it and gets the bucket. 19-7. The Vikings trail the Henley Hornets. All right, Daniel Yancey brings it up the floor, takes the McDonald's screen, and is now on the far side. He dishes it over to Kint, now back to Yancey. Up to Jeffries now at the free throw line. Gets it over to Kint, bounces it outside to Anderson, who shoots 3. He can't get that one to fall. Sheen with the rebound. Sheen, the leading rebounder for the Hornets. He's averaging about 5.5 rebounds a game. And a foul called on Anderson as Stork gets ready to check into the game for the Hornets. And Kyle Hargrave in for the Vikings. Hargrave averaging about 8 points per game this season. He's coming off the bench for the Vikes in this one as Stork takes the inbound pass. Hands it off to Frank on the far side. Frank Kicks it over to Sheen. Sheen takes the Frank screen, tries to get it inside, but a little bit of a miscommunication down low. And it'll be a turnover for Henley. 6.5 to go in the first half. The Hornets lead 19-7. And I had the score wrong. Apologies there. 19-7 there on the scoreboard.
That's what I've got.
Is 19?
Yeah.
All right. I guess I added 2 points somewhere. Either way, that's the score. 19-7, 6:13 left to go in the first half. A foul is called against Blaine Boersma. It'll be Henley's Henley's third team foul and Boersma's first. Hargrave takes the inbound pass. Takes the McDonald screen, top of the key. Hargrave now on the far side. He's trying to get rid of Boersma, now top of the key. He hands it over to Anderson. Anderson going over to the left side, tries to get it into McDonald with a kind of a lofty pass, but it's stolen away by Frank. The Hornets now in transition, zipping it over to Stork. Stork gets it inside to Fitz, back outside to Frank, now inside to Fitz again. He can't get it. Sheen with the rebound. He tries to put it up, can't do it. Empty possession for the Hornets as the Vikings now bring it up the floor. Aiden Kint trying to go left with it. Over to Anderson in the near corner. He gets it back outside to Jeffrey. Jeffrey now driving the right side. Dishes it out to Hargrave. 4-3, no good. Fitz with the rebound. Stork now into the front court, puts it on the deck, tries to go up with the layup, can't quite get it. McDonald grabs the rebound. And it'll be Hargrave as he advances it across the timeline. Hargrave trying to drive inside, steps back about 19 feet on the far side and drains the shot. Back to a 10-point game, 19-9 with 5 to go in the second. Boersma dishes it far side to Sheen. Sheen takes it baseline, gets it over to Fitz. Fitz from about 6 feet can't get it. And Kint with the board. Kint now on the near side, has a lane, bounces it to McDonald. McDonald spins around, finds Anderson, far side three, no good. And Sheen clears the glass. Sheen brings it up now, top of the key. He's going to hand it to Frank far side. He thought about a long three, head fakes, drives inside, takes a shot, blocked by Jeffrey. Fitz gets the rebound, takes a shot, no good. Kint gets the rebound. Aiden Kint grabbing a couple boards here. And he's got 27 rebounds on the season. A timeout called. We'll take one too. 4:20 to go in the second. 19-9, the Hornets lead.
Trying to lose some weight and get in shape? Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club provides a clean and friendly workout environment with professional and experienced staff to help you achieve your goals. They offer state-of-the-art equipment, indoor tennis and pickleball courts, certified personal trainers, tons of group exercise classes. They're the best exercise facility in the Klamath Basin. Plus, they now have a smoothie bar to give you a nutritious boost after your workout. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
And welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. 19-9 the score with a handful of minutes left to go in the second quarter. Mazama trailing in this one. They've had a couple decent looks from beyond the arc, but Dick, tonight at Valhalla Court, you mention it every time we come here, the lighting in the gym definitely matters. Not to say it's dark in here, but it's a big gym. There's a lot of space between the backboard and the backdrop.
I just think it looks gloomy in here. Maybe it's the walls are this kind of ugly brown color. I don't know. It just makes it's not well lighted like Pelcourt or even Henley.
Mazama starts with the ball. Checking into the game was Brody Hubble, and Hubble will travel. A turnover. Henley takes it. And it definitely impacts the shot. I mean, you ask any player, any coach, they'll tell you the buildings they like to shoot in.
Right.
And this is never on their list.
No, I'm sure it's not. Marcus McCready's also in the game.
Marcus McCready's checked in. He's banging down low as the shot from Sheen beyond the arc is no good. McCready is so far this season, he hasn't seen too many minutes, but he is averaging about 2 points a game.
He's a sophomore, and I think he's somebody that Hammond's looking forward to down the future. Sophomore, I think he's 6'5" or 6'6", something like that.
I got him down at 6'6", yeah.
Good kid. Maybe a little bit soft, but he's playing against some guys that weigh him by about 125 pounds, so maybe that'll toughen him up a little bit.
Yancey takes the inbound pass, kicks it back to Hubble, top of the key. Yancey now again near side. Yancey kicks it back to McDonald. McDonald, top of the key, trying to figure out where to go with it. Tries to dish it inside to Yancey, puts it on the deck, bounces it back over to Jeffrey, who tries to take about a 4-foot shot and can't get it. Ball loose on the rebound. Stork battling for it with Jeffrey, and he gets it back. Jeffrey bounces it over to Hubble, who's guarded by Boersma. Now over to Hargrave. Hargrave about 30 feet out, gets it inside on the elbow to Jeffrey. Jeffrey on that right elbow, tries to bounce inside, kicks it outside to Yancey. Yancey now back to Hubble. Mazama taking their time, getting it inside to Jeffrey. On that right block, he goes up with the shot. That one rattles home. The Vikings now inside of 10 points. It's an 8-point game, 19-11, 2:52 to go in the first half. Eli Hayes zips it over to Boersma, now to Fitz. Fitz goes right, now left, mid-range jump shot, good. And that was actually Owen Sheen with the shot as he grabs his first couple of points tonight. Makes it actually 4 for the evening at 21-11 the score. It's a 10-point game, back up for Henley. Jeffrey working the right side, back outside to Hargrave. Hargrave trying to drive the right baseline, steps back for another 19-footer. He hit it before, but not quite this time. Stork with the rebound, gets it to Sheen. Sheen inside to Boersma in transition and gets the bucket. 23-11 now, 2:12 to go in the first half. Hargrave driving that right side again, goes up, battles through the contact, gets the bucket and the foul. A chance to bring it within 9 now for Hargrave at the line. Mazama so far this season shooting 50% at the free throw line. For Hargrave specifically, he's had a tough go of things this season. He is 4 of 12 for the line, and that's only 33%. First free throw here from Hargrave. He can't quite make that one. Rabel tips that one up, so Mazama is able to grab the rebound. Hargrave gets it back, now over to Yancey, well beyond the perimeter. Bouncing it inside to Rabel. Rabel going to work on the right side, throws it up with the right hand, and gets the bucket. So it's an 8-point game, 23-15, and a whistle is late after the play had happened. It'll still be Hornets ball. Did you happen to see what happened, Dick?
No, I didn't. This little railing in front of us kept me from it.
Yeah, me too.
But Jeff Sturgeon, I'm sure, made a good call, whatever it was.
A minute 53 to go in the second quarter. Henley leads 23-15. Hayes, who's played every minute of the game so far, kicks it to Frank. Frank fakes right, goes left, spins on the right elbow, tries to go up with the shot, has it swatted away by Rabel. Rebound grabbed by Fitz. He loses a handle on it, and it's picked away by Jeffrey. So Mazama takes it up the floor. They're within 8, trying to trim the lead as we go into halftime, only a minute and a half away. All right, it's Worrell on the far side now. He's going to hand it off to Anderson, and a foul on the floor. They're going to call it on Drew Frank. That is the 5th Henley team foul, and the first one on Frank. All right, it's Jeffrey with it, or that was Worrell, goes up with a mid-range shot rather, and gets fouled from about 10 feet out or so. And he will be sent to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
That one was on Fitz.
Worrell, a 49% free throw shooter. He leads the team in free throw attempts at 49 on the season. He's made 24 of them. And a bit of a discussion down low by the officials as this Fitz's second foul. The 6th for Henley, now it's 6 apiece.
I think they're trying to decide if he's, I don't know what they're trying to decide.
Well, either way, it's Worrell at the line. He makes his first one. Trims the lead now to 7. And second free throw from Worrell coming up. He kind of does a little hop on the free throw. He misses that one, grabs his own rebound, and he lost control of it. Stork picks it, and he's the last to touch it out of bounds. Coach Hammond pleading his case down low, but
with good reason.
To no avail as Mazama will inbound it, gets it immediately to Trevor Anderson, had a beautiful shot underneath, but loses it. Anderson saves it from going out of bounds, zips it to Worrell, who gets the hoop and the harm. Worrell on a bit of a run here as he tries to bring the Vikings within 4. Worrell 1 for 2 at the line so far tonight. In fact, just made a free throw and missed one. He missed one there as well. The score remains 23-18. Henley grabbed the board. And now it's going to be Owen Sheen bringing it up. Sheen fakes the handoff to Stork, brings it near side, bounces it inside to Hayes, kicks it back out to Sheen. He takes one from about 12 feet and nothing but net on the way down. 25-18. Some points for Owen Sheen there, 6 on the night for him as Yancey brings it into the front court for Mazama. Yancey tries to drive left baseline, bounces it over to Rabel, going strong to the hoop, driving in and gets the shot. 5-point game, 25-20, 33 seconds to go in the first half. Eli Hayes bringing it up quickly for the Hornets. He kicks it over to Shane, top of the key. Shane thought about taking a 3, goes up with the left hand after driving in, and will get fouled on his way to the bucket, I believe. No, they're going to call him with a charge. I think that was a charging foul against Sheen. He went up strongly. There was some contact down low, and he gets hit with a foul. That's his first and the 8th for Henley. And a timeout called by Coach Davidson. We'll take one too with 19 seconds to go in the second quarter. 25-20.
On Top Tree Service have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
And we welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960. 25-20 the score. Henley leads Mazama with 19 seconds to go in the first half. Mazama will start with the ball in front of their own bench. Jeffrey will inbound it. And Hargrave takes the inbound pass. He kicks it ahead to Worrell. Worrell tries to get it back to Yancey, but it was broken up by Sheen. And now Henley trying to press against Worrell, getting it inside to Anderson. Anderson zips it outside to Yancey. Pump fake 3, now takes the shot. Off the glass, no good. 2 seconds to go. Worrell trapped, goes up with the shot, and it is no good. So 25-20 is the score going into halftime. The Henley Hornets lead the Mazama Vikings on the road. We're going to take a break, come back, and when we do, we're taking a look at time stats. We'll also check in on what's going on at Oregon Tech. It is Hawaiian night at Danny Miles Court. The Hustlin' Owls take on the Evergreen State Gooey Ducks. We'll get you an update on that score next as well on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
And welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Halftime tonight from Valhalla Court. The Henley Hornets lead the Mazama Vikings 25-20. Hornets have kind of shared the load tonight. They've played pretty good defensively. Mazama looked like they were going to be held to about 11 or 12 points for a lot of that first half, but then they came back and ended up making it a pretty close game. Now just 5 points separating the two teams.
Yeah, Mazama's playing really hard. You know, I knew they wanted to win this game. They're still in it. They're only down by 5. You know, Henley is playing really fast basketball like they always do. They've had some really good looks at the bucket, and unfortunately haven't had anything drop in. You know, so I look. You know, I'm sure Hammond's giving them a good heads up on what they need to do in the second half. You know, I look for Henley to come back, play really aggressively defensively, and you know, I look for them to put up a few more shots. You know, one of the things they do, they're really unselfish, and there have been some kids that have had 8-foot looks at the bucket and have dished it off to somebody underneath that may have somebody in their face, and the shot they should have taken is suddenly contested by somebody else. You know, but you know, that's just me. I'm selfish. I would have shot every time I touched the ball. Go ahead. Oh, you want scores?
I do. I would like some scores, Dick.
I was thinking other stuff. All righty. Frank leads Henley with 9 points. Hayes has 2. Borsma has 2. Shane has 6. Fitz has 6. Anderson for Mazama has 2. Jeffries has 2. Hargrave has 5. McDonald has 4. Worrell has 2. And Rabel has 5. So that's where he stands offensively.
Kind of spreading the love for both teams. I mean, both teams are really sharing the ball well. We've seen some great assists from Henley, like you said, and Mazama has created a lot of good looks at the bucket because some of those three-pointers aren't falling, which you expect in a building like this, quite frankly. I mean, we talked about it, and it's not an excuse necessarily for one team or another, but it is more difficult to shoot in a building like this. You won't see as many three-pointers fall tonight.
Well, for one, you know, one of the things that's really interesting about Henley, for sure, they don't take an awful lot of three-pointers. They did last week or 2 weeks ago against Hidden Valley. But, you know, I think they're a pretty disciplined team, and I know Hammond works on them to get them to work the ball inside where the offense usually comes. You know, both teams can shoot from the outside. I look to see Henley shoot maybe a few more threes in the second half. But they're very patient, both teams are tonight, and you know, that's credit to coaching on both sides.
Looking forward to an exciting second half, 25-20. Henley leads the Mazama Vikings. Going to step aside, come back. We're going to take a look at the Skyline Conference standings and also get you a score update from what's going on up at Oregon Tech.
On Top Tree Services have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything.
We welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. 25-20 the score at half. Take just a look now at some of the other games happening in the Skyline Conference this evening. Of course, Klamath Union, the Pelicans visiting Hidden Valley tonight, and North Valley playing Phoenix. Both the North Valley and Phoenix teams still looking for their first win, as are Hidden Valley. So a chance for some of these teams, at least one of them, going to come away with a win tonight, either North Valley or Phoenix. Both of those teams at the bottom of the conference. Klamath Union leads the way with a 2-0 record. Henley and Mazama are each 1-0 in conference play. And then, as stated, you've got Hidden Valley, North Valley, and Phoenix at the bottom, who are still kind of searching for that first conference win. So big in terms of kind of establishing a pecking order in the Skyline Conference, because these Basin teams, I mean, I'm looking at the standings right now. Klamath Union, Henley, Mazama. It's nice to see three Basin teams at the top, regardless of who it is. We'd like to have it be Henley, but Klamath Union has been good. Last year, obviously undefeated, but it's nice to have those Basin teams at the top.
It is. You know, a lot of times Hidden Valley's in there. They're struggling this year. North Valley, I think, is going to drop down from 4A to 3A next year. So they're, I think probably the schools over in the Basin anyway, and probably Phoenix and Hidden Valley look at North Valley as an easy win. I don't know if that's the case. We run over there tomorrow to see what they're made of. But,
right.
You know, it's good to have the top three teams in the conference be from the Basin.
Take one quick update for you. The Oregon Tech Hustlin' Owls in the second half with 8.5 to go. They're up 73-54 over the Evergreen State Gooey Ducks. It is Hawaiian night. Tech scored 50 points in the first half. That's a pretty good night for Justin Parnell's program. He's looking to improve to 13-1 in Cascade Collegiate Conference play. Meantime, for us, we've still got a full second half of basketball left to go. The Henley Hornets up 25-20 over the Mazama Vikings. When we come back, it is third quarter action on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever. Wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
And we are back on 104.3 and 960 Sports, the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Getting ready for the third quarter tonight between the Henley Hornets and the Mazama Vikings. The Hornets lead 25-20. Appreciate you being with us tonight. My name is Josh Eldridge. I'm joined tonight by Dick North and Nick Bradford running the live stream tonight. If you're listening on the radio and you have a way to watch the game, whether it's your computer, your smartphone, your smart TV, anything that basically has the YouTube app, you can watch the game for free with HD coverage this evening on MyBasin.com. Score 25-20. Get ready to start the third quarter. The five on the floor for the Henley Hornets: Eli Hayes, Shaw Stork, Drew Frank, Austin Fitz, and Owen Sheen is out there for the Hornets. The Vikings have yet to send out their starting five, but Henley tonight in their navy blue uniforms with the kind of cursive text across the front with yellow color and white trim. We've got kind of a yellow trim around the jerseys as well. It's just waiting for the Vikings, it looks like. Unless there's something on the floor.
I think what happened, somebody spilled something on the floor on the far side in the corner. They mopped it up. I'm not sure what it was.
There's a little bit of a wet, I see the wet floor sign over there. It's Cesenia.
Rob Cesenia's over there checking it out.
Right.
He'll make a command decision here and let us know whether or not we can play.
Gonna have to hold on to festivities tonight. Someone spilt in the Mazama student section. By the way, I'd like to note that no one in the Henley student section spilt anything.
Well, to be fair, that's not actually the student section. Those are parents over there.
Well, the parents, the student section, they're all fans.
We'll blame it on the students. Well, whatever. We're going to blame it on Mazama regardless.
Yeah, those guys over there. Oh, we love him. Vic Lease is on the floor trying to figure out what's going on, the athletic director and football coach. Being real gracious, setting us up in his facility tonight up here on the mezzanine at Valhalla Court. And looking down, we've got a great view of all the action here this evening. I really appreciate everything Vic Lease does to help make sure our broadcasts are possible, not only here in basketball, but everything else as well. And we are nearing a start, it looks like.
We're stalling.
Well, this game does mean a lot in terms of the Skyline Conference. We talked about it a little bit. Last year, Klamath Union went undefeated. Clear number one team in the conference. This year, it's not necessarily the same. In fact, all of the Skyline Conference teams ranked outside of the top 10. So when you look at that and you say, who has Henley played, who have they lost to, they're the highest ranked team in the conference right now at 11th in the state. Follow that up with 14 from these Mazama Vikings. So it's kind of interesting to see that the conference leaders are not in the top 10, but that's thanks to some really good teams across the state, right? We saw Junction City earlier in the season, who was very good. Marshfield is number 2, but Henley has beat them on the season. And then 3 and 4 is from the Oregon West Conference in Cascade and Philomath, kind of the usual suspects over there too. So there are a lot of good teams in the state of Oregon. We've learned that over the last couple of years covering Klamath Union, meeting Cascade twice, and we know what they went on to do. So There's a lot of good teams in this state. So Henley is good, but still on the outside looking in terms of the top 10.
You know, one of the difficult things is Skyline hardly ever gets any recognition. We're kind of a also ran. Nobody from up around the Portland, Eugene area looks at us, and so, so hopefully, Henley can make a statement and we'll get back up in the top 10.
All right, looks like we're ready for basketball tonight as the Hornets start with the ball. They go from right to left. Sheen bounces it over to Stork. Top of the key. Hayes now with it. Gets it inside to Frank. Frank double team. Tries to find his way out of it. Gets it to Hayes, who drives the right baseline. Tries to get it outside to Stork, but Yancey snags that one out of the air and gets the takeaway. 25-20. 7:30 to go in the third. Yancey brings it now near side as he moves left, bounces it back inside to McDonald. Goes to work on the right block against Fitz. He throws up a shot and can't get it to fall. Stork grabs the rebound. He races up the floor. He shifts it over to Frank. Frank steps back beyond the three-point arc, bounces it inside to Fitz on the left side, kicks it outside to Frank. Frank head fakes a three, outside to Stork beyond the key. Now to Sheen. Sheen gets Jeffrey off his feet with the pump fake. Now 14-foot jump shot, no good. Fitz gets the rebound. He puts it back up and in.
That was an amazing rebound. He was so far out of position on that. I don't know how he got his hands on that thing.
He's able to get it back and put it in. That's 8 points tonight for Fitz. Getting it inside to Jeffrey is Mazama, hassled by Frank, zips it outside to Kent for three, front iron, no good. Rebound is, I think Owen Sheen thought he had a bit more room than he did. He grabbed the rebound and promptly planted 2 feet out of bounds.
About 3 feet out of bounds.
Well, it'll be a turnover, and Mazama takes it. Inbound pass goes to Jeffrey on the left side. He puts it on the deck, outside to McDonald. Left elbow jump shot, no good. And that was Fitz with the rebound. Hayes kicks it in front to Sheen. Sheen zips it over to Frank. He steps into a three, tries to bank it in, can't quite get it. Kent clears the glass. In a double team, guarded by Hayes and Stork. He tries to go up on the right side, throws up a little float shot, no good. Kent follows his own shot, gets the rebound, outside to Worrell. He shoots one from the free throw line, he can't get it to drop. So Hayes now walks it up the floor, brings it around and hands it off to Frank. Frank now slings it over to Sheen. Now to Hayes. Stork fakes right, goes left, hits Hayes in the near corner. That one just rattles out. McDonald grabs the rebound. Mazama. Now they slow it down. Bringing it up is Yancey. Crosses the Viking Nation logo here at Valhalla Court. McDonald working the right side. He tries to go to work against Austin Fitz. McDonald fadeaway jump shot is no good. Fitz grabs the ball. Now to Hayes as he brings it up the floor. Hayes trying to bounce inside behind the back dribble on the left side. Out to Stork beyond the key. Stork with a nice step to the bucket. Can't quite get it done. McDonald Dishes it ahead to Kent. Kent in a one-on-one fast break against Frank, and Frank gets a bit handsy with Kent down low and will send Kent, the senior 5'10", to the line. Aiden Kent this season, averaging 9 points per game, has been held scoreless in this game. And he will be shooting 2 at the line, trying to make it a 5-point ball game. Makes the first one. Kent so far this season, a 72% free throw shooter, leads the team in free throw shooting percentage. He's now 17 of 23 on the season. Kent's second free throw is good, so he makes it a 5-point game, 27-22 with 5:16 to go in the third. Eli Hayes brings it up, top of the key, out to Stork. Stork fakes right, goes left, drives inside, gets swatted by Rabel, but is fouled. He'll go to the line. Stork has been a very dynamic player this year for the Hornets, doing a little bit of everything. He is scoring about 7.5 points per game, averaging 3 rebounds and 3 assists, while also marking up the steals numbers. He's third on the team in assists with 1.6 per game. First free throw is good from Stork. Shaw, also worth mentioning. He was an honorable mention in the all-state conversation for quarterbacks and was the first team selection in the Skyline Conference as he sinks both free throws. Yancey near side. Bounces it inside to Rabel, and Stork having trouble guarding Rabel down low. Tough to foul, or tough not to foul a guy when he's that much bigger than you. Stork giving up some height down low, maybe an inch or so. And also some body mass from Rabel.
70 or 80 pounds.
Yancey in the near corner. He tries to drive baseline. Nice pass to Jeffrey, who goes strong up with the shot and knocks it down. 5-point game, 29-24. 4:44 to go in the game. Sheen on the far side. He's bothered by Jeffrey and stumbles out of bounds.
I wonder if he slipped over there on that side that water is.
And that's what the official is checking for over there, just to see if it's a little bit wet over there, and he didn't seem to find a problem with it, so we're going to continue playing. Hargrave brings it up the floor for the Vikes. And he's picked up by Boersma. Boersma's checked into the game. As now Yancey brings it back around top of the key. Guarded by Boersma all the way. He gives effort on defense, and that's why he started tonight's game. Defense, that earns you minutes. He's guarding Yancey all the way down low. Yancey kicks it out to Kent, who shoots 3 and drains it. 2-point game, 29-27. 4:10 to go in the third. Hayes with it now on the near side, guarded one-on-one by Kent. Stork takes the top of the key. He drives inside, switches from his left hand to his right hand, and that falls. Timeout taken by Coach Luke Hammond. We'll take it to 31-27 with 3:58 to go in the third.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
And we welcome you back to the third quarter at Valhalla Court tonight. The Henley Hornets taking on the Mazama Vikings, 31-27. The Hornets lead. By the way, some other Skyline Conference games going on tonight. A score update from Phoenix and North Valley as the Pirates lead the Knights 36-33. The Hornets going to see the Knights tomorrow afternoon on his trip to Merlin. As Mazama comes out, scores a quick bucket thanks to Aiden Kent. It's now a 2-point game, 31-29. Mazama has come marching back strongly into this game. Owen Sheen, a nice pass to Boersma. Inside, slick feed for Sheen. And it makes score 33-29. 3.5 to go in the third. Kent gets it over to Jeffrey. Thinks about the free throw line jump shot. Has it knocked away by Boersma. And he'll get fouled. It'll be on the floor, so a non-shooting foul. They're going to try to get Boersma with it. He got a bit handsy. So Fitz and Bennett going to check in for Stork and Frank for the Hornets. Hargrave into Rabel. Back to Hargrave as he kind of takes the screen. He's trapped in the corner against Rabel. Boersma knocks it away, saves it from going out of bounds, and it's Hornets basketball. Kicks it ahead to Sheen. Sheen dribbling now on the far side. He's going to zip it over to Hayes. Hayes head fakes a three. Diving inside, a high float shot with the right hand, no good. Fitz with the rebound. He tries to throw it up back, no good. Yancey gets the rebound in transition. Now Aiden Kent on the other side, and he gets the bucket. 33-31, now under 3 to go in the third. Henley leads. Hayes over to Bennett. Bennett steps into a three, and it falls. Bennett hasn't seen very many minutes this season, has already surpassed his season average with that shot, averaging just 2.5 a game. Hargrave thought about a three, but Boersma got a hand on it. Eli Hayes steps into a three on the other side, and it's good! 39-31, 2:17 to go in the third. Eli Hayes with a bucket. Back-to-back threes for Henley, a team that's only shooting 29% from beyond the arc this year. Rabel trying to do some work inside, outside to Kent. Kent over to Hargrave. Hargrave now to Kent, top of the key, getting it inside on the right elbow to Rabel. Rabel dishes it outside to Yancey, tries to answer back with a three, can't do it. Now it's Boersma with the rebound. He's over to Hayes. Hayes gonna get it over to Bennett. Bennett, another open three, and he nails it! 9-0 Henley Hornets run on 3 straight triples. Gives them an 11-point lead with 1:44 to go in the third. You've got the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page, or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
And welcome you back to the third quarter of a 42-31 ball game. The Hornets lead, knocking down 3 straight three-pointers. They've only made 4 tonight, and 3 of them came in the last handful of seconds, last 3 possessions for the Hornets. They lead by 11. All right, back into the game. Hargrave has Mazama. Now over to Anderson. Anderson guarded by Hayes. Now to Rabel, top of the key. He's trying to get it to Hargrave near side. Back to Rabel. Pass broken up by Sheen. And now it is Boersma in transition. He goes up and gets the bucket in transition. 44-31, 1:16 to go in the third. All right, now Yancey trying to bring it up. He's over to Hargrave. Hargrave goes right with it, bouncing it inside to Rabel on the right side, and Fitz is going to be hit with a foul down low. Tough to get positioning on Drew Rabel. Whenever the ball goes into him, it seems like a foul is called on the Hornets, and that's just a good job of Rabel playing physical, using his weight, and being shifty a little bit down there. I believe he's a football player. I want to say he's an offensive lineman, but I don't want to be completely mistaken.
He's pretty stout, I know that.
He is, yeah. He's a first baseman as well. He's a power hitter. I've seen him hit some out at Kiger Stadium. All right, he misses the shot there. And it was a rebound grab by Sheen. A minute left to go now in the third. Sheen racing up the floor, stops at the free throw line, and hits the shot. Owen Sheen. He averages 11 points per game on the season, and he's playing some hard ball here tonight. Yancey hands it off to Anderson. Anderson brings it around top of the key, outside to Jeffries. Jeffries driving the left baseline, spins around, and a whistle is going to go against Luke Bennett on the floor. That is the 5th Hornets team foul. We're not out of the third quarter yet, so this could become an issue for the Hornets heading into the final period here in about 40 seconds. Inbound pass goes to Worrell. He takes a quick mid-range shot from about 17, and he hits it. Score now 46-33. Hayes slowing things down, bringing it up the floor as he only now crosses half court. And with 24 seconds, Henley thinking about holding on the ball. Hayes behind the back dribble. Now over to Boersma in the corner. Hayes gets it back. And a nice little dribble there to try to get it away from Trevor Anderson. Hayes dribbling it out now, 10 seconds. It's at about half court. Hayes now over to Bennett. Bennett gets it back to Hayes. Now to Boersma near side. Boersma trying to drive baseline. 4 seconds now. Bennett, far corner three. No good. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. 46-33. The Hornets lead. You've got the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Trying to lose some weight and get in shape? Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club provides a clean and friendly workout environment with professional and experienced staff to help you achieve your goals. They offer state-of-the-art equipment, indoor tennis and pickleball courts, certified personal trainers, tons of group exercise classes. They're the best exercise facility in the Klamath Basin. Plus, they now have a smoothie bar to give you a nutritious boost after your workout. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
We're back inside Valhalla Court for the fourth quarter tonight. The Henley Hornets leading the Mazama Vikings 46-33. Dick, I said it in the pregame. I didn't think there'd be very many three-pointers tonight, and Henley just drained 3 of them in the closing minutes of that third quarter to put them up now by 13.
They did. You know, Luke Bennett loves to shoot from the outside. The game against Hidden Valley, he had 16 points, and I think 4 of them were three-pointers. So, you know, Henley's a pretty disciplined team. They don't normally fire it up from the outside unless they've got a good look. But they're getting some good looks, and they're capitalizing on them. Hayes is a deadly shooter from the outside also. I wouldn't be surprised if Hammond turned him loose in this fourth quarter and just let him bang away from out there.
Starting the fourth quarter, the Mazama Vikings start with the ball. Anderson gets the inbound. He's guarded by Hayes, but he goes up with a shot, and Stork wipes it clean off the glass. Now in transition, Stork outside to Sheen. Thought about a three-pointer, tries to dribble inside, and possession is going to go towards Mazama. So Worrell will inbound into Jeffrey. Henley's breaking out the full court press here, up by 13. Gets it over to Anderson. Now to Yancey at the Viking Nation logo midcourt. Fakes the handoff to Anderson. Now against Hayes down low. Yancey goes up strong with the right, and he gets the bucket. Now an 11-point game, 46-35, 7.5 to go in the final quarter. All right, Eli Hayes over to Bennett. Bennett now top of the key. Thinks about going left, goes right with it, tries to get it over to Sheen, but Anderson got a hand on it, and they are tied up. And it's going to be a held ball, possession Hornets. So, just trying to figure out who's going to inbound. I think it's going to be Hayes underneath his own bucket. So Hayes, Stork, Bennett, Frank, and Fitz on the floor as Bennett takes the inbound pass and promptly lays it up and in, 48-35. 7:11 to go in the fourth and final quarter. The Hornets lead. All right, Worrell on the near side, trying to drive the right baseline, goes up with the mid-range shot, creates some contact, and a foul gets called. And he will head to the line for 2. Worrell shooting a little under 50% on the season. He's 25 of 53. Misses that one there. So now Worrell, a chance to try to bring the Vikings within 12 with 7:05 to go in the game. The second free throw is good. And it looks like Keegan McDonald is going to check into the game for Jeffrey. So the 5 on the floor for the Vikings. It is Anderson, Rabel, Yancey, McDonald, and Worrell. Hayes over to Bennett. Bennett thinks about a 3 on the far side, loses a handle on it, but he does get it back. Now over to Stork. Stork trying to drive inside, goes left hand and can't quite get that one to fall. He gets his own rebound, tries to get it outside to Frank. Instead, Bennett picks it up and lays it up and in. 14-point game, 50-36, 6:38 to go in the game. Worrell with it now near side. Frank tried to jump the lane there, created an opening, but clogged up quickly by the Henley interior defense. Now top of the key with it is Yancey. Yancey over near side to Worrell. Worrell bouncing it inside against Rabel on the right side, goes up with the shot, gets fouled, and Rabel headed back to the line. 6'3" senior, averaging about 4 points per game. At the free throw line, Rabel is shooting 54%. He is
3 for 5 tonight.
3 for 5 tonight, which makes him 20 for 24 on the season.
Sorry, 3 for 4.
20 for 23. The first free throw was good from Rabel. He's got a second one coming up. And couldn't quite get that one to drop. Rebound was grabbed by McDonald and kicks it back outside to Yancey. Yancey trying to drive left with it, spins around, drives baseline, goes up with about a 10-foot jump shot. A foul is called on the floor against Mazama's number 2, Trevor Anderson. Only the second team foul for Mazama, the second for Anderson, and Henley has 7 fouls already. All right, Hayes has got it. Hayes bounces it inside to Boersma, tries to go up and takes some contact down low from McDonald. Charge the foul to Daniel Yancey, his second. And Henley's shooting 55% at the line this season. And you look at Boersma, he's averaging about 4 points per game, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists. He's also done it on the defensive end with just over 2 steals on average per game as he makes the first free throw. Second free throw for Boersma is no good. And Rabel grabs the rebound up ahead to Hargrave. Hargrave crosses midcourt, going left with it over to Kent. Kent back to Hargrave in the far corner. He fakes like going right, decides to go left, is tied up. Sheen tries to take it away, but able to get it away to Kent. And he is about 25 or 30 feet out. Brings it up closer to the 3-point line. Tries to get it to Anderson and does. Anderson, free throw line jump shot. No good. Rabel with the rebound. He's battling for it down low, loses it, and a foul is called. Henley doing a real good job of being pests on the offensive glass and defensive glass tonight.
They are. They're crashing the boards. They're putting bodies on people, and they're keeping them out of the paint. And it's paying off for them with some rebounds. They've had a lot of key rebounds in this game, which gives them one of the reasons they're up 14 points. 51-37 with 5.5 to go. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll stick with you through this one. Give you a quick score update of the game going on up at Danny Miles Court tonight. The Oregon Tech Hustlin' Owls defeating the Evergreen State Gooey Ducks 89-66. The Owls improved to 13-1 in Cascade Collegiate Conference play. You know, Dick, they were handed their first loss last week against College of Idaho. They put their one loss in conference play, and I think it probably held them out of the top 25, because if you do the math, they're about 27 right now. But if you beat 13th ranked College of Idaho, you find yourself in the top 25 for sure. Right.
So curious to see how that shakes out. The next coaches poll comes out in a couple of weeks. I'm sure Parnell would just like to keep winning, though. Then you don't have to worry about the coaches poll, really.
True. Yeah, you know, you make the NAIA playoffs on it, and nobody cares about the coaches poll anyway. It's how you wind up at the end of the year. That's what counts.
Exactly.
What do these guys know about anything?
Oregon Tech in action tomorrow against Northwest University. The women start about 3 o'clock, and the men at 5 on 92.5 KLAD tomorrow afternoon. The Owls looking for the weekend sweep at Danny Miles Court. We're back into this one, though, as Drew Rabel heads to the line. His team down 51-37. Henley leads. The first free throw is no good. He was just shooting 1-1 there. And now it's Henley. It's Frank in the far corner, guarded by Rabel. Now to Sheen. Hayes, top of the key, takes the bounce pass. Hayes a little bit to the left side, over to Frank. Frank tries to drive inside, goes hard with the right hand, gets the bucket. No, that does not fall, actually. Just a little bit of a weird ankle, but he does get fouled.
Got cheated.
And, yeah. Well, he got fouled. I have a feeling if he didn't get hacked, that one probably would have gone in.
It almost dropped in for him anyway. But
right.
A little rattled around the rim a little bit too much.
Frank's first free throw is no good. He'll get a second one here. Drew Frank already 9 points tonight, above his season average of 7. Looking for point number 10 here with a made free throw. That one rattles just out of reach of the rim. Goes out of bounds. Mazama takes possession. So it'll be Hargrave to inbound. And he gets it to Anderson, but Henley trying to press the issue a little bit. They are known to do that. Hargrave tries to spin around, and Hayes picked his pocket, but Hargrave able to recover. Hargrave takes the McDonald screen over to Kent. Corner three, back iron no good. Rebound snagged by Frank. Frank now racing into the front court. He takes some contact from Anderson in transition and a foul called.
I think you call that one clipping.
And that, yeah. So Anderson gets hit with that one. All right, Henley to inbound the ball in front of the Mazama student section. Gets it to Hayes. Hayes over to Sheen. Sheen takes a screen. A 17-foot jump shot is good, and he's fouled. Owen Sheen. Don't see too many guys get fouled on the mid-range and make it, but Sheen showing off some skill there. Keeping the balance in the air was the most impressive part.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard, too.
He can't convert on the free throw, so the score remains 43-37. And Rabel.
Boersma stole a ball and scored.
Yeah, so Boersma scored. Rabel looked like he might have gotten hurt after the free throw. So Jeffrey checks back in. Regardless, are they going to count that bucket from Boersma?
They should.
I think they... Well, it's not on the scoreboard yet.
Well, I don't know what else it would be. It's on my scoreboard.
53-37 is the score.
They got it. It's up there now.
Okay. So score 55-37. And at the free throw line was Boersma. He doesn't quite get it. So now it is McDonald into the front court. Gets it to Hargrave. Hargrave taking it, getting over to Anderson. Anderson, a long arcing three, and he knocks that one down. Back to a 13-point ball game. Pardon me, 15-point ball game. Score 55-40. Henley leads with 4:06 to go. Eli Hayes tries to get it inside, can't quite get it done. And Kent now on the other side has it swatted away by Sheen, but a foul is called. And they're going to hit Sheen with the foul on that one. It's his second in the ninth for the Hornets. Kent misses the first free throw. And now it is Owen Sheen kicking it over to Hayes after the made free throw on the other side. And the shot is good for Eli Hayes. 3-point bucket, 58-41. Mazama on the other side. Jeffrey answers right back with a 2-point bucket, 58-43. And we're bringing it up now for Owen Sheen. Sheen now on the near side, trying to get it inside to Fitz, has it knocked away by McDonald, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Hornets ball. So it'll be Hayes to inbound underneath the basket. Gets it to Fitz beyond the three-point arc. Now over to Hayes, to Frank. Sheen thought about stepping back into a three, tries to zip it over to Hayes, but it's taken away by Hargrave. Hargrave tries to get it ahead to Jeffries, but he tries to bounce it to Jeffries. I believe Hayes kicked it, so it'll be Mazama basketball. So Mazama inbounds it. This time gets it into Jeffries. Now to Worrell. Shot no good on the other side. Score remains 58-43. And so it's Owen Sheen with it. About 30 feet out, gets it to Hayes. He's about half court. Hayes outside to Frank. Frank near corner. He's trying to get inside against Worrell. Kicks it over to Boersma from about 10. Can't get it. Boersma follows his shot, gets the rebound. That shot's no good. Sheen gets it, tries to get it outside to Hayes. Still a loose ball. Hayes finally gets it, and a timeout called by Coach Hammond. And so we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll finish out the fourth quarter, 58-43, the Hornets lead.
On Top Trees have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 20...
So we cut the break short there as we're in the fourth quarter, just a handful, pardon me. 58-43, we're in the fourth quarter. The Henley Hornets lead the Mazama Vikings. We're taking just a quick intermission real quick, and we'll get back to the fourth quarter. So Eli Hayes takes the inbound pass in the fourth quarter. He's at the free throw line, kicks it outside to Boersma from 19 feet, tries to bank it in, can't quite get it done. And Sheen is going to be tied up with Worrell underneath. And apologies for the close-cut commercial break there. As with 2:09 to go in the fourth, the Henley Hornets lead at 58-43. Just a couple of technical difficulties we're trying to get worked out for broadcast here for you tonight. Aiden Kent in the near corner. Ball goes out of bounds. Inbound pass goes to McDonald on the far side. McDonald bouncing it inside to Jeffries on the right side. He goes up and he gets the bucket. So now a 13-point game, 58-45, under 2 minutes to go now. Henley looking to hold on to a convincing road win tonight, just a couple of minutes away. Boersma with an athletic layup on the other side makes it 60-45.
Sweet dish, too. It was a beautiful pass.
Hargrave goes up with the shot, can't quite get it. He will be sent to the line. So there's a timeout on the floor. 60-47 is the score. And we're going to take a quick timeout on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
We are back with the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. The score 60-47. And just trying to get some technical difficulties figured out for you folks. Joining us this evening live from Valhalla Court. My name is Josh Eldridge. With me is Dick North and Nick Bradford running the live stream this evening. Henley has come out and shot the three-pointer fairly well. They are up by 13 in the closing minutes of the ball game. The free throw there is no good, and now Trevor Anderson racing into the front court. It's going to be Hargrave, who shoots a long three, and he nails it. Now just a 10-point game with a minute to go. Mazama trying to get into the full court press. Owen Sheen over to Frank. Frank now to Stork. Stork kicks it over to Hayes. He's now 50 seconds left to go in the game. Over to Sheen, and a technical is assessed to Justin Davidson with 48 seconds left to go in the game. Not quite sure what was going on. The Mazama head coach picking up a technical. Did you happen to see anything, Dick? I didn't see anything.
No, I was watching the play.
Right, as was I, yeah. All right, so the technical free throw, the first one from Hayes is good. So now 61-50. And again, for those of you listening on 104.3 960, apologies for the technical difficulties I'm facing tonight, but we should be good to go for the rest of the broadcast with you this evening. If you're just joining us, Henley has played a very nice game so far against their crosstown rival Mazama. Looking to hold on to a win and make it 2-0 in the Skyline Conference. Coach Hammond also having a discussion with the officials tonight. I'm unsure if this one is in the same vein as Davidson's was. I doubt it. As Stork takes the inbound pass, he goes up with the shot, gets the bucket and the foul. Going to the line for one more, trying to make it a 14-point ball game, 63-50.
I think that was a frustration foul there.
Yeah. So Stork heads to the line. Henley and Shaw Stork. Again, I said he does a bit of everything for this team. 7 points per game, about 3.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and third on the team in steals with 1.6 per game. He's been a solid player for the Hornets all season long and makes the free throw. 64-50, 45 to go in the fourth. Anderson has the ball taken away from him by Boersma. Henley still pressing with 36 seconds to go. Worrell, 4-3. Back iron, no good. Kent gets the rebound. He dribbles out beyond the arc. He's thinking about taking a three, but he goes out of bounds. In fact, it's going to be last touched by Sheen, so it'll remain Vikings basketball. And so Kent brings it up with 25 seconds to go now. He kicks over to Hargrave for a long three. No good. It's going to be Anderson who kicks it inside to McDonald for the shot. And Shaw Stork gets the rebound. Foul him in transition for Worrell, and that will be 2 free throws coming up for Shaw Stork with 13 seconds left to go in a game that was decided about halfway through this quarter. 64-50 the score right now. Henley looking to hold on to a win and improve in some Skyline Conference play. Try to get some scores from around the area as we wrap up things tonight in just a bit of shots. Stork misses the first free throw. Stork's second free throw on the way. He gets that one to drop. 65-50 now. Mazama taking the last possession. Hargrave bringing it up the floor, takes a screen. A three-point shot is good. Doesn't do much to change the outcome of the game as Henley just going to dribble it out on their way to a 65-53 victory for the Henley Hornets. Going to step aside, come back, and wrap this thing up for you on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
And welcome you back to 104.3 and 960 Sports, the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Final score from Valhalla Court tonight. Henley 65, Mazama 53. Henley came out in a real team effort this evening, Dick. You told me there's no one star player tonight. They all played well on their way to a 13-point victory, or a 12-point victory, rather.
You know, I've kept scoring a lot of games, and I don't think I've seen any that are about as evenly spaced as these kids tonight. I'll do Mazama's first. Kent had 10, Anderson had 5, Jeffrey had 10, Hargrave had 13, Yancey had 2, McDonald had 4, Worrell had 3, and Rabel had 6. For Henley, Frank had 9, Hayes had 9, Boersma had 11, Stork had 8, Sheen had 10, Bennett had 10, and Fitz had 8. So you can't get much better evenly distributed as far as scoring for Henley, which says something about the way these kids play, how unselfish they are. They
share the ball very, very well. I mean, all of them averaging and at least 1 assist per game, if not more. I mean, look at the guys who are leading the team in assists, like Eli Hayes, just over 3. Same with Stork. And then you got a handful of other guys averaging about 2.5-ish per game. So they share the ball really well, and it showed tonight. I mean, the interior passing that Henley had really forced Mazama to clog the paint, which opened up the arc late in the third quarter.
Right. You know, I love watching Henley play. You know, I can't talk about it enough. There are no selfish kids on this team.
Absolutely.
And different kids step up every night. Tonight was about as evenly distributed as far as scoring as we can get. At past games, Luke Bennett, the last time we did a broadcast, had 16 points. I think Sheen had 15 that night. Hayes has led the team in scoring. Fitz has done the same thing. So, they're a really unselfish and well-coached team, and really a lot of fun to watch.
Henley tonight, after that win, they improved to 2-0 in Skyline Conference play. They're now tied for the league lead with Klamath Union, who's taking on Hidden Valley tonight. Aside from that, you've got Mazama, who is now 1-1 in conference play, taking the loss tonight. They are now 7-8 overall in the season. You've got the three Valley teams, Hidden Valley, North Valley, and Phoenix at the bottom of the Skyline Conference. And Dick, we were talking about this a little bit during the game, but I think I'll bring it up one more time. None of the teams in the Skyline Conference are ranked inside the top 10, and that's not to say that we're being left out necessarily. There are good teams across the state. I mean, let's face it, Cascade, the Junction Cities of the world, they are very good basketball teams. But, you mentioned here in the Skyline Conference, we do kind of fly under the radar. But case in point here tonight, there's some great basketball being played in the Klamath Basin. There
is. For those of you who haven't watched it, I really suggest you come out and watch. The kids are really competitive. They play really hard. They're a bunch of good sports. There's not a lot of, fouls that are flagrant. Kids get frustrated, but if they do, the coaches put them on the bench, and so the coaches take charge of their team, which is what you want to have. And we don't have a lot of hotheads, and it's really a lot of fun to watch these kids play.
Tomorrow afternoon, Henley is going to be back in action against North Valley. The thing about the Knights is, Dick, you mentioned that they're dropping down to 3A next year just due to numbers at their school. And in terms of boys basketball participation, they have 8 kids on their roster. So when you look at last week, why that game got canceled, a handful of them get put into safety protocols. You can't play that game. But tomorrow, we're hoping to have it about 4:30 on the air on 104.3 and 960. Should be a fun game tomorrow, too. Henley in a bit of a back-to-back this weekend.
And I would bet, some kids are going to see some playing time tomorrow. I think if everything goes well, some of the younger kids, Marcus Mercury, who's a sophomore, I'm sure is going to get quite a bit of time. Probably Bennett again. And some of the other kids on the team, probably Eli Hayes' little brother, I can't remember his first name. I would guess he's going to be getting some playing time.
The Aiden Hayes, a sophomore, 5'10".
Yeah, so it'll be an interesting game, and I think it's going to be a game where the coaches get to look at some of the other kids and see how they function together, and plan ahead for next year and the year after.
It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow, but this about does it for us tonight. Henley with the 65-53 win over Mazama. Appreciate you being with us on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960. Of course, you can follow Henley basketball all season long on MyBasin.com. It's your home for everything happening in the Basin, from news to sports to special events, everything else in between. You can find it online at MyBasin.com. Final score tonight, 65-53. The Henley Hornets coming away with the win. Would like to thank Mazama Athletic Director Vic Lease for getting us set up here at Valhalla Court on the mezzanine. Also, Henley Athletic Director Jesse Hamilton for allowing us to cover his team all season long. Also, special thanks to Justin Davidson, the Mazama boys basketball coach, and Joy Lease for cooperating with the broadcast crew tonight. And, of course, both Henley coaches, Randy Denson and Luke Hammond. Looking forward to seeing Luke Hammond's squad tomorrow afternoon at North Valley High School. Final score tonight, the Henley Hornets improving to 2-0 in conference play after a 65-53 win over the now 1-1 Mazama Vikings. For Nick Bradford and Dick North, my name is Josh Eldridge. Good night from Klamath Falls, Oregon.